You are tuned in to G5 Jeff TV. First things first, share this live. Share this live. Number two, you're not doing nothing. Sit your ass down and get some of this boxing talk. I got the general with me. BoxingFirst Vlog. What's going on, big homie?
Oh man, just trying to enjoy the rest of this afternoon and get some of this boxing talk out the way. You know how we do.
Absolutely. So today, y'all might be asking where the VP at. He will be in here. Some technical difficulties, but he will be in here soon enough. Off top, Boxing Learner is in the building. Boxing Learner, what's going on with you, player? Topics for today: Gervonta Tank Davis possibly moving up to 140.
Salute.
For his next fight against Mario Barrios. Andy Ruiz and Chris Arreola possibly being on pay-per-view. And Josh Taylor and Jose Ramirez is done May 22nd in Vegas. But we're gonna start off with Andy Ruiz and Chris Arreola. Now, we've heard about this fight for damn near a year, but the fact that it's on pay-per-view. Vlog, give me your initial thoughts when you first heard that.
First thoughts was, who's on the card? Because when you have a non-title heavyweight contest like this one, two well-known names, that's not a title fight. You still got to have an undercard that would support this being a main event. So, I mean, if it is a main event, there's no confirmation from what I've read about it that it is, but I'm thinking the way they put this fight out first, that it would have to be a main event or at least a co-main. So I'm just worried about the undercard and whether they'll have some supporting names on there. That's just was my first thoughts when I heard about it being pay-per-view.
Right. Yeah, if this is a main event, that undercard got to be stacked. I mean, it got to be like stacked. I'm talking like Jamal Charlo pay-per-view stacked. You know what I'm saying? And you got to be careful because if you stack it too much, it might be some undercard fights that's better than the main event. You understand what I'm saying?
That's happened in the past. Yeah, that's happened in the past. So you don't want to get your shine taken by some guys that's off the radar.
Absolutely. And it's one of those situations where with, I hope it's the co-main event of a bigger fight. I know they were saying that Jamal Charlo's supposed to be back on pay-per-view, either Jamal or Jamel Charlo. I think Arreola and Andy Ruiz being a co-main on a card like that, like with maybe Charlo heading it up. That'd be great. Or even like somebody like Tank, and have Andy Ruiz and Chris Arreola kind of co-main event that thing. That's a perfect co-main event. It's a perfect co-main event for a pay-per-view. It's just for a main one, that's the main, like, I don't want to see Chris Arreola on my poster and I gotta pay $80 for I got and that's no disrespect to Chris Arreola. I got a problem.
Yeah,
I got a problem.
I get it. Because you honestly want to know if he has anything left to make it that sort of Cal Nagy type of fight. You understand what I'm saying?
He goes out on his shield. Like, you're going to get action when it comes down to Chris Arreola. You're going to get that action. So I don't have a problem with that. But it's just certain names belong on pay-per-view. I don't think Andy Ruiz is pay-per-view worthy. He's coming off of a loss. So I don't agree with neither one of them being the headliner of a pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is at the moment.
I mean, the way things went for Ruiz with the run, making history, grabbing the title, being the first Mexican-American heavyweight champ, I think that he can bring a bag to the table to a certain extent. He has a certain following that may, chip a dollar or two into the purse, so to speak. So right. I think him being on a pay-per-view is not a bad thing. And then his opponent is a well-known guy who is coming off a historical fight. So, you know, numbers-wise. So the output is there, you know, Mexican Warrior style, another Latin fighter in Arreola, you know what I mean, going at it. It's a sellable fight, but as we saying, if it's kind of like it's nothing on the line, what pushes it over the top is you know, the question for me. I don't see it I don't have a real problem with it being pay-per-view or even being a main event. I just think it needs to be supported well, especially if you don't have a world title wrapped around that heavyweight contest. You feel me?
No, I definitely hear you. I'm gonna ask you to put. I know you got a hat on right now, but I'm gonna ask you to put your promoter hat on.
Let me adjust everything.
So if you had to maybe craft some undercard fights, some reasonable undercard fights for Andy Ruiz, Chris Arreola undercard, any off the top of your head you would think?
I mean, right now I don't have a name for him, but I'm gonna give you a name, Fundora.
No, just matchups you could put on the undercard if it was up to you.
Right now, I ain't gonna lie to you. Hit me on the spot. I got a couple names to throw on the card. I don't know per se who you can hit me on the flip side and say matchup wise. I say Fundora, PBC guy.
Fundora. Nice.
Yeah, that's a good name to put on an undercard. I don't think he'll steal your shine, but he's still I wouldn't call him a gimmick, but he's still a wonder to the casual fans with his size. And, you know, being a tree chopping type of dude that he is, I think he's still a fun type of guy that can get the casuals kind of like, oh, that's the tall dude fighting again. So that's a good name. Yeah. You know, affiliate with PBC, probably won't ask for a lot of promo and a lot of, you know, just a lot of win back service to be on that pay-per-view. Oh, he's the type of dude that seems to just be happy to be in the ring. So a guy like that, and maybe I wouldn't say Porter, but somebody Porter-esque with PBC. You know what I mean? I just right off the top of my head, they roster is not just right on the tip of my tongue, but just some kind of guys that are active but not too inactive. You know, you know what I mean? The borderline activity, not somebody coming off of a headlining event. Then you got them on an undercard situation. Somebody that may have been on a pay-per-view, Spence joint, or you know what I mean? Right. Somebody from the lightweight division trying to make a little ruckus from the PBC side. That's a good division to keep you put on the PBC card, on a pay-per-view card for PBC, because they're not making a lot of steam in that division. So if they could put a couple guys together and really be like, okay, the guy on the outside, you know, wage for that lightweight division, which I haven't seen PBC do in a little bit, but 2 or 3 events as far as like concentrating on lightweight contestants.
Right.
Do you agree with that?
No, I agree with that. I actually like the Fundora pick. I knew that was a curveball I sent you, but we got some comments in the comment section. Gator 5'7", salute to Gator 5'7". What's going on with you, player? He said, I've been in Virgil Hunter's gym with Mario Barrios, super slick, can box his ass off, but the way he struggled with Akhmedov pressure, Tank gonna be too much for Barrios. Gator 5'7", hold on to that. We're gonna get to that in a little while. The VP is not in the live, but he's in the comment section. That is dedication. He said Neri versus Danny Roman. I like that. That's solid. Okay. He also said Charles Martin versus Otto Wallen in a house fight. I like that too. But you rarely see multiple heavyweight fights like on a pay-per-view. Yeah. But I like that fight though. But those are 2 counter punches too. So that fight might be boring. Gator 5'7", Riverside Rocky, he's coming up. I like him a lot. Yeah, Riverside Rocky would be good on that card too. You know what I'm saying?
I got another one. Find a fight for a boy like Brandon Lynch. Showed well on his, first sort of premiere, prime time card. So I thought he helped them do some good numbers. Just another name in that middleweight division. So you if you're doing a card like that, why not pop at least 4 divisions in there on the card.
Yeah,
Like
Shane
not
said
overstack it.
Yeah, Badu.
Good
See, that's the
name,
thing. I think you
excellent
have
name.
to over. I think you have to overstack it. If you
No,
had
not I meant when I said that, Jeff. Hold on, I might have shortened my statement. I meant with one division. Like we got 3 middleweight fights, or we got you know what I mean. Bounce it around. You know what I'm saying?
Got you. I'm with you. Shane said Badu Jack. That's a good name to put on that card too. That's a good name. Actually, Badu Jack and Jean Pascal rematch will go great on that card. That'll go great on that card.
That's excellent. Yeah, I mean, you just put out a vid calling for a couple of these guys that have been inactive.
Hey,
and
man.
I salute you on that. I salute you on that because some of these guys
trying to get them busy.
Yeah, I'm just like, I ain't heard an interview. I ain't seen no training clips or nothing with these guys. Everybody on vacation. Everybody back straight like that.
Right.
You feel me?
Shane said maybe heard on the comeback. It depends on who he's going up against. Like if he's going up against another Francisco Santana, I don't want to see that shit.
And then again, what division is Herb fighting at? We keep hearing 154.
54.
But when I see this guy in training, bro, he's looking huge. I'm talking right now, still looking like 168. So unless he got a fight around the corner and he's, or he's not fighting around the corner and he's just staying gym shape, working out, punching bag type of stuff, he's still looking kind of big, bro. So 154 is a push for me for her right now. But
the
I'm an insider, so.
Yeah, the amount of weight he was losing to get down to 54, man, was crazy. Like, it was only a matter of time before it was going to bite him in the ass. But, yo, stay right there. I'll be right back. Hold on, stay right there.
Yo, I'm gonna read this comment real quick. Soleil, Derek Chisholm, Joseph Parker just agreed to fight each other on May 1st. Over FaceTime, that fight is at least 3 times better than Ruiz Arreola. I mean, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you on that comment right there. Chisholm and Arreola are mirror images of each other. So either fight, they're almost equal fights. You know what I mean? If you're looking at it from your side of the pond to my side of the pond, I'm seeing that those are equal fights, bro. So that's not saying either one of them are bad fights. I don't think one is better than the other, though, because I equivalate Derek Chisor's evolution in boxing to what Chris Arreola has been able to do, make waves, make things a little feisty as far as promotional-based fights, but never really getting over the hump, but just good enough to stay around. So, I mean, they both the same. And again, Joseph Parker is no steamroller. Ruiz is no steamroller. 2 good fighters. So if you look at both them fights, they mirror each other. So I don't think one's better than the other.
Let me read this comment for myself real quick. Sule A, what's going on? I think I was calling him Sule last time he was on the live. Sule A, what's going on, bro? Salute to you. Let me see. Derek Chisora and Joseph Parker just agreed to fight each other on May 1st over FaceTime. That fight is at least 3 times better than Ruiz versus Arreola. To be honest with you, yo, it's really not that much of a difference. To be honest with you, you're probably gonna get more action with Andy Ruiz and Arreola. And in terms of significance. And I can't. Is that what you said?
I pretty much said they mirror each other, but again,
I came
more action, and I gotta agree with that too. It's gonna be definitely more action because Parker, good fighter, just combination choices, punch selections, just not.
Yeah,
elite,
I'm not a big Joseph Parker fan. For the people that. He's skilled. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, he's skilled, but his punch selection just was off. Like it's just off. It never seemed to have the right combo. It's like he'll throw a 1-2 and then try to go after a body shot after going to the head. So he's
horrible versus Junior 5. He was horrible.
Bro, that's why I said punch selection, bro. When I was thinking about that fight, I'm like, bro, you throwing rabbit punches when you could really been digging to the sternum. Instead of reaching all the way around, just reach up under and dig something to the sternum while y'all close. Like I'm saying, punch selection, bro.
A Sewell, you know what? I think a better matchup would have been Andy Ruiz versus Chisora and Arreola versus Joseph Parker, because Arreola is more active with the punches. So he's going to make Joseph Parker fight. With Derek Chisora, he throws a lot of wide hooks, which is going to give Andy Ruiz opportunities to flash that speed that he has as a heavyweight. So I think if you flip-flop them, that's the better matchup. But just those two fights alone, I think Ruiz and Arreola is going to give you more. It's going to give you more bang for your buck. Any fight with Joseph Parker ain't going to give you no bang for your buck, as far as I'm concerned. Gator 5'7". Who is that black fighter signed to Mikey Garcia Promotions? He is nice. Would like to see him as well. He said a black fighter that signed to Mikey Garcia Promotions. To be honest with you, bro, I ain't know Mikey Garcia had a promotional company. I'm gonna keep it all the way on it. I'm gonna keep it a bang. I ain't trying to be funny.
Mike getting them so quiet on the boxing game. He doing business moves.
Mikey got a
I'm trying to look that up on now.
I'm about to look that up.
Yeah, do that homework real quick. But I mean, what's going on? Is the fight with Pacquiao? Is it stone? Is it, you know what I mean? Is it concrete or?
I don't know. Talk? They said he was in the backseat of a car with a chick reporter, and she got him to spill the beans and shit. I mean, I don't have a problem with the fight. If that's, I don't have a problem with the fight.
I mean, I don't either. I think he has a chance to beat Manny. What age is, he got a chance to beat Manny. It's just that for me, that's it.
Gator 5'7". I looked up Garcia Promotions on the website. I do not see a black fighter on there, so you're gonna have to help us out a little bit. That is homework on the fly. Let me see. Shane said maybe Hellenius Naki rematch. Oh shit! Don't say that to fucking Blunt, man.
No, that's on for March 7th. They said that's back on.
It's back on for
when? It said it was on for March 7th, but then moved it to the 22nd. From my last reading, it was on for March 7th and then got pushed to the 22nd. Let me check that. That might, whatever that third Saturday is.
That fight would probably be right up there with Ruiz. That's a good fight to put on the undercard though. Sewell A, he said,
you don't do my dude like that, man. That's supposed to be on the 20th. That third Saturday. March.
April?
No, it was supposed to have been this Saturday coming up, the 6th. It got pushed to the 20th from my last reading. Now, could it have been pushed again? Possibility, because your guy was on the boat in the middle of the sea somewhere last time I saw him on IG, and that's my dude Babyface. So I don't know what's going on with a date for that fight, but if they could put it on here, and that might be something that, the hard-working matchmakers. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Then if not on BoxRec, then they done moved it again.
Yeah,
and I just did a video about that. So
if it's not on BoxRec, then I will second Hellenius and Kalnacki being on that card.
I agree with that too. That's Shane. It's the VP. That's why they call him the VP, man. This dude is
Shane. I know Shane better had that phone in airplane mode. That I do know. Like that I do know. So
because I got a question for the VP. Me and you talked about it a little earlier today.
I got a couple questions for the VP too. Sewell A said the difference between Chisora and Arreola is Derek has some quality fights under his belt. Chisora had the 2 wars with Dillian White, close fight with Pulev, a win over David Price and Carlos Takam. Sewell A, that's facts. That's facts. Like we like Chisora. It's just, Chisora, when he fought Usyk, that was just a bad style matchup. But I've been said that was a bad style matchup. Chisora is definitely the better opponent, but we were looking at it more so like styles. You know what? Before I move forward, bro, Sewell A, you done been in the comment section a couple times, bro. follow me on Instagram and follow Boxing First Vlog and the VP on Instagram. Let's set up something so we can get you on the show. Like, that's what we do. Like, the people that's in the comment section, if we like how you talking, you can get on the show. Only thing we ask, yo, tell your friends to come on along. You know what I'm saying? So, Soul A, so if you still listening, man, definitely take us up on that offer. We're gonna keep it moving though. B Last One. You seen that name before, bro? That's on Twitch.
No.
B Last One. That's on Twitch.
What's going on, family, from the Twitch side of the game?
Yes. So we streaming on Twitch right now. B Last One. What's going on with you? Definitely subscribe to the channel G5 Jeff TV. Subscribe to my bro Boxing First Vlog on YouTube, and follow us on Instagram.
Yes,
he
sir.
said, He said, what you think about Pac-Man versus Mikey Garcia? Vlog, you want to jump in on that?
Again, man, I spoke on it a few minutes ago. I'm just questioning the age thing. Will it finally show up for Manny? And Mikey Garcia probably been long enough to get that 147 weight acclimated to his body, work out with it, do that sort of thing. It could be a problem. Could be a problem for Manny. You know what I mean? It's an interesting fight. That's to say the least.
Yeah.
And again, main thing for me is age. Will it show up in the fight against somebody as younger than he is as Mikey Garcia? Because Mikey Garcia is still on the young side of the game. We ain't seen him in like 2 years, but he's still a young cat. He's just a young cat that aged a little bit. That's all. Yeah,
Mikey been getting to the bag, man. After
doing
he came
outside the ring stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you get paid $7 million for Jesse Vargas, man. You eating good, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But B Last One, for me to touch on that, I'm gonna pick Pac until he shows his age in the ring. I'm not gonna bet against him, and then he shows flashes of the old Manny. So I'm gonna go with Manny mainly because Mikey don't throw enough shots. That's the only problem I have with Mikey Garcia. He might throw just as few punches as Broner. Quiet as kept. It's just he got power. He got pop. You know what I'm saying? So usually when Mikey touch people, he hurt them. But Mikey's pretty economical with the punches too. But I mean, if it materialized, which it seems like it is, that's a solid fight, man. Like that's a solid fight. I don't care what Pac-Man does now. He don't have a belt, so he's free to do whatever he wants. I just didn't want him to hold the division hostage. You know what I'm saying? So now Ugas got the belt. Ugas can go ahead and do whatever he got to do, whether it's Spence or Thurman or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Oh, hold on. And on top of that, like Ugas, they announced him the champion, man. I told you he done went from ashy to classy. Man, the suit's looking better, the shoes, you know what I'm saying? His ankles ain't ashy no more. Vlog, man, I'm telling you. Yes, sir. He done went from ashy to classy. That belt will do something to you. His lady looking better, you know what I'm saying?
We got folks in the chat that's watching. They scared to comment, a couple ladies and shit.
Hey, man,
they supporting us from a distance, but right, I appreciate them. Salute the old girl. You know I love you.
Right. We got the Tiger Man in the building. I've never seen the Tiger Man before, bro. If you are new, subscribe to the channel G5 Jeff TV. Subscribe to the bro Boxing First Vlog. Get at us on Instagram too, man. We can set up something so you could be on the show if we like the way you talking. He said Tank moving up. And he haven't beat the top dogs. I'm assuming you're talking about at 130, 135. Tiger Man, hold on to that. We're going to get to that.
Yeah, we're going to wait for the VP because I got a lot I want to say about this. We'll wait for the VP back on that one.
Bro,
hang around though, man.
Remind me to go back to his comment.
Okay.
Soul A, he said the only way this would be a worthy pay-per-view is if Deontay Wilder was also having his tune-up fight as well. Wilder versus Helenius and Ruiz versus Arreola as co-main, and winners face off for a Wilder versus Ruiz. You know what, Soul A? I don't have a problem with that. With that.
No, but we just tapped in on that. That's having a card that's one division heavy. that's almost like a tournament on a pay-per-view card. If you're gonna have all those fights in one division on one card, you're almost having a first round tournament, and that's the card. Nobody's gonna pay attention to what bantamweight fought earlier or what lightweight fought. So I just think that's a bad card placement to be putting all those heavyweights on the same card.
Bro, you know the thing that's crazy, yo? If he was to do that exact lineup, so I'll read it again. The only way this would be a worthy pay-per-view is if Deontay Wilder was also having his tune-up fight as well. Wilder versus Helenius and Ruiz versus Arreola as co-main, and winners face off for Wilder versus Ruiz. The thing that's crazy about that, bro, is if that was the case, that joint would do 500,000.
Man, first of all, let me before you even get into numbers, you can't kick my guy out of the heavyweight picture thing. That's just not gonna happen, bro. One loss and a lose. He completely kicked Cal Nagy out of the damn heavyweight picture. In that comment, I can't even let that rock. First of all,
the Helenius thing. Okay, all right.
Come on, bro. This is my dude, man. Come on now. Like we can get into the numbers and whether his comment was factual. It's just you can't leave my dude Cal Nagy out of any heavyweight picture, mini tournament, matchup, anything.
Hey, Sewell, you done hurt my brother's feelings, man. Adam Kalnacki is his guy, and you done left him off. So hold on. So let me ask you this, brother, based off of Sewell's comment. If you throw Adam Kalnacki and Derek Chisora on that card, how would you feel about that?
We can't take Adam Kalnacki's rematch out of the picture. So if you're going to say leave that fight on the card, make it heavyweight, top heavy, find a legitimate opponent for Wilder, because it would have to be somebody PBC, maybe Takam will come across the street and take that fight. I mean, I don't know if they put a big bag in a Takam over at Top Rank, but maybe they'll let him come across the street for that. Now, that fight I can respect on that card. So you talking Wilder, Takam, Helenius, my guy Kalnacki, too. And then this main event heavyweight, I'll even leave Ruiz and Arreola at main event. That's a nice card. I can rock with you on that sort of card right there. But again, I still feel like if you make it too top heavy with a division, the other smaller divisions not gonna get the shine that they deserve for being on the pay-per-view card.
No,
so this is my particular. You know what I mean? But I'm no matchmaker. I'm no pay-per-view analyst or anything like that. I'm just a guy that talks boxing, and that's just my point of view, bro. Not to say you wrong or anything like that. So it's no disrespect to my reply, Brody.
Yeah. But Sewell, I mean, if you were throwing like an all heavyweight pay-per-view card, then I would be in support of something like that. But I mean, Helenius and Kalnacki is just a better it's a better fight to sell because it's a rematch, like it's a story behind it. So if anything, I would find a different opponent for Wilder. Like a Wilder Derek Chisora fight, that's a good fight. You understand what I'm saying? So
and you know what about that? Derek Chisora take that for probably next to nothing.
Yeah,
you would probably have to pay him a lot.
Yeah, Derek Chisora take that. He'll definitely take that. B last one. I'm a first time viewer, but you guys know your stuff, so I'll for sure follow and throw him a sub. We appreciate that, bro. Follow us on Instagram too. If you want to get on here, let me explain. Hold on, let me explain something. Explain something to you real quick. This is one of those channels where we entertain, we debate, but we also educate. So, brother, you can jump on here and feel free. You understand what I'm saying? To learn. You can feel free to learn while you're here. So definitely, definitely take us up on that invitation, man. We're getting subscribers on the show. Like, forget the comment section, forget super chats and all that other bullshit. Like, we want the subscribers on. The only thing we ask you to do, tell your friends to come on through too. You know what I'm saying? So it could just be a big ass party. But we got the VP in the building. VP Shane, what is going on, my brother?
All good, bro. All good.
All good. Okay,
All
so what
good.
we gonna do? We gonna get through the rest of these comments. I can ignore your comments since you in the live now. But you said the Tiger Man, save that for when I'm on the live, please. Yes. And Sewell said exactly Wilder versus Hellenius or Kalnacki. Wilder KOs either with ease. I'm not even a Wilder fan. LOL. And Ruiz versus Arreola as a co-main does 500,000.
But you gotta understand though. This is what I think people are forgetting. This guy just made what? Close to 20 million in his last fight. So in order for PBC to keep this guy's appetite met, you're gonna have to put him on a pay-per-view because regular Showtime or regular Fox isn't gonna be enough to pay Andy Ruiz and Andy Ruiz's needs. Let's be real. When Wilder was on regular Showtime, and he's a much bigger attraction than Ruiz, he was only getting 2-3 million a fight outside of the Fury fights. So let's be real, is Andy Ruiz gonna generate 2-3 million? If Wilder was only generating 2-3 million, Ruiz ain't gonna be generating that. So in order for Ruiz to get paid, you're gonna have to You're gonna have to pay. You're gonna have to put him on pay-per-view.
Yeah, I understand the pay-per-view thing. Shane, I do have a question for you, but I just have a disclaimer. I'm not mentioning any names, but if there are any ladies listening to the live and they want to comment, I just want to let you know we don't bite. We don't bite. That's all I'm going to say.
Why did you bring that up? Why did you bring that up?
Because that's vlog know what I'm talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So vlog got some ladies listening to the live and they not commenting in the chat. So I'm just letting them know it's okay. we don't bite. That's all I'm saying. And Sewell, before I get to the question for you, Shane, Sewell, are you gonna take us up on our offer? We would definitely like to have you on one of our shows. So if you listening, brother,
I need to see him in my new subsection.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I need to see Sewell in the new subsection, baby.
You don't even have to have the camera on.
Say it again.
You don't even have to have the camera on.
You don't even have to have the camera on, bro. You can just be on. But that's one thing that we do. We get the subscribers on the show. We got several people that's been subscribers and they've been on the show. So we stand on that. Shane, question for you. If Wilder, it's not even Wilder versus Ruiz, but Wilder with Ruiz on the undercard, how many buys does that do?
Wilder with Ruiz on the undercard in America?
Yes.
I mean, I don't think it does 300.
What you think, Vlog?
I think if you put both of them on the card on the pay-per-view, it does at least 150. I think it does at least 150 because you gotta look at the Latin draw, and I think Ruiz actually at this point might be bringing a couple more pocketbooks to the table. You understand what I'm saying? Because he got the casual Latin eye with that rematch situation that he had going on. Latin, Mexican, I think, you know what I mean? I think seriously that the Spanish people, they kind of support all the way around. So I'm not going to just knock him off to just Mexican fans. I'm saying just the Latin people, period, in this country. I think it's a melting pot sort of thing. Now, if you get Puerto Rican versus Mexican fighters, then you'll kind of get that split. But we talking buys. I think right now that Ruiz might have Deontay out edge just because of activity. You know what I mean? His social activity, his body change.
But with
you see
that
what I'm saying? So
said,
I think
with that being said, I have to say that Wilder will get a lot of eyes because people want to know what Wilder's returning. People want to know what's going on with Wilder, what Wilder is returning. I feel like if Wilder doesn't look good in that fight, I actually feel like it's better for his profile. Not in the sense that it's going to do better for his career, but I feel like people will just be drawn into him more. Like I mean, globally, a lot of people are starting to have that Floyd thing about Wilder, where now they just want to see Wilder lose because of his outlandish comments. A lot of people want to see Wilder lose.
Let me add this. Do you
One
rate?
second.
Do you
All
equate?
publicity is good publicity. Go on.
Do you equate what Wilder's been going through to what sort of is happening with Broner? Like that they're still popular just because people wonder where they at with the game, so to speak. You know what I mean? Is are you saying they almost equate each other?
I feel like people have actually given up on Broner, but they still tune in because Broner's very good at self-promoting, and he's an entertainer outside of the ring. Whereas Wilder, I don't think people's given up on him. I feel like people still have faith in him.
I mean, I equate them to going through the same thing. Wilder just not having that comeback fight to show where the viewership eyes are, where the support level is. So I almost see them mirroring each other right now. But I mean, they say the Broner numbers was okay, but I mean, were people really watching and thought he won and wanted to see that sort of fight again? So to me, if you bring Wilder back, this definitely has to be the opponent. It can't be just Deontay Wilder. It has to be who he's fighting and whether that person can bring.
I don't think it's a good idea to get Wilder on a pay-per-view for his first fight back. Personally, the reason why I say that is because he's in a division. He's in. No matter what anybody says, it's a 3-horse race when it comes to the heavyweight division, and Wilder's still a prominent person in the heavyweight division. With Fury and AJ doing the money and the financial things that they're doing right now, if they go out and do, let's say, 4 million buys in England, and let's say 200,000 buys in America, if Wilder isn't making that money and making that noise, it's never good for your publicity, because when you go to the negotiating table with one of those guys in the future, they're going to be like, well, I just made 300 million. You just made 3 million. You see my point?
Yeah, but the thing is, though, with that, the same comment you made about Andy Ruiz goes for Wilder. There's no way he can go back to regular TV. There's no way he can go back to regular TV.
But then you got to make his opponent worthwhile, where the pay-per-view's selling at least 300.
Listen,
that's what I just said to you, little homie. I just said that.
No, I'm agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with you.
Okay.
So here's the thing with Wilder. Number one, he has to be on pay-per-view. Number two, the opponent, for me, it doesn't matter who the opponent is in terms of the numbers in the States. I'm talking about in the States. If Wilder fights Andy Ruiz or he fight Derek Chisora, whatever the case may be, the question is going to be, for every person that talks about Wilder, for every person that's, you could say is anti-Fury or whatever the case may be, is that person going to buy the pay-per-view? That's the question. Because if you're talking about...
Answer that question yourself.
So what I think is there's probably millions of people that talk about Deontay Wilder on a daily basis. There's probably only about 10 to 15% of them that's actually going to buy a pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fact. So I think if Deontay Wilder's on a pay-per-view with Andy Ruiz on the undercard or whatever the case may be, Deontay Wilder just on headline in the pay-per-view period, he's probably going to do between 250 and 400,000.
You think so? Knowing that the fact that he only done 300 for the first Fury fight. He only done 300 for the first Fury fight. So you think he's gonna do 400,000, even if he fights nobody?
Let me add this to Jeff. Let me chime in. Jeff, I think you're wrong on that one, because the one thing that helped him in those earlier sales that we speaking of, he had the belt, bro. Don't got the belt now. So if you just talking about Deontay Wilder in some random 10-round fight, you think really? That's why I said 150, maybe 175, and that's putting both of their names in the mix.
Wilder may not have him.
That's more
But
than Danny Garcia and Spence.
bro, here's the thing. He may not have a belt anymore, but Wilder's name is more popular now than it was in the first 2 fights. Am I lying?
You really
No,
think so,
it's
bro?
not. It's
Bro,
I
people,
his
don't think
name,
so, bro.
people talk about
people,
Wilder more now than they
okay,
did
but
in
that
the
doesn't
first 2
equate to
fights.
bias. That
Yeah,
doesn't equate
bro.
to
Let me
bias.
say this
That
though.
doesn't
They
equate
they
to
they
bias.
No,
say it because they're talking about him, bro. Let me just 2 seconds. They're only talking about him because of the waffling, bro. Like the homie from across the pond said, I love that word. I'm gonna keep it in the Rolodex. That waffling, that's why we talking. We're not talking because of boxing, bro. Remember, we
right.
talked about him because of boxing. We talked about him because of knockout rate and things like that.
But remember my comment though. I said for every person that talks about Wilder, there's only about 10 or 15% of them that's gonna buy the actual pay-per-view. There's more people talking about Wilder now than it was after the first
Okay,
fight
I
and
get
the
that, bro.
second fight because of the waffling.
But okay, so if you're saying a million people are talking about Wilder, and 10% of that is only 100,000, bro. It's only
I said a
100,000.
couple million. I said a
That's
couple
two.
million.
That means that's 200,000. That's still not 400,000, bro.
Bro, I
400,000
said
buys.
250. I said between 250 and 400.
Bro, I'm
400 is the
willing.
cap.
I said
I'm willing
between
to bet.
150 and 175.
Bro, I'm
There's
willing
no
to
way Wilder does 150 to
But
175.
bet with G5 Jeff TV live on camera. I'm willing to bet you any money, bro, that Wilder doesn't do past 300. I'm willing to bet
You know what? That's a great question. Let's for the people that's listening right now, Deontay Wilder's next pay-per-view.
Yeah, Jeff.
Say it again, bro.
I would say you should. You know how you do your little surveys on Twitter? That's a good one right there.
I'm gonna put that up. Does Wilder do 300,000 plus on his next pay-per-view? I'm with you. I'm gonna definitely put that up on Twitter. People that's listening, answer that question. Deontay Wilder fights on pay-per-view in his next fight against anybody outside of Fury. Does it do more than 300? Bet with G5 Jeff TV says hell yeah.
No.
Hell yeah.
Unless it's Fury or AJ. Unless it's Fury, AJ, or Ruiz, he ain't doing more than 300.
Bro, I'll tell you this. If Wilder don't do 300 plus in this next fight,
let me add this. I think he only does that if Ruiz is on the card. If he doesn't have a potential next opponent on the card with him, he's not doing it.
That's cool. Listen, let me say this to both of y'all. If Deontay Wilder doesn't do 300 plus in his next pay-per-view, all of these Wilder fans need to shut the fuck up. I'm dead ass serious. Because there's probably, bro, hold on. Both of y'all are in these chat rooms. Both of y'all are in the comment sections. Both of y'all are on social media. There are millions of people that are riding out for Wilder. Am I correct on that?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
so if millions of people are riding out
for Wilder,
if millions of people are riding out for Wilder, but he sells what Vlog is saying 150,000 or 175, I don't want to hear shit.
Bro, but let's keep it real though. Millions of people ride out for so many fighters. Millions of people ride out for AB, bro. AB's only done one pay-per-view. So to me, I just look at it like this.
Broner get views though.
Okay, I get that. And Wilder gets views. But my point is that doesn't equate to buys. And I just don't see. And this is what I'm saying. I don't feel like unless he fights a big name, he should go on pay-per-view. Because if you're going, and I understand your point about being able to afford him. I understand that. But if you're going to the negotiating table with an AJ or Fury after they've just done a 2-fight deal with one or the other, correct, and they've just made 150 million, you can't tell them that you've only done 150,000 buys, bro. That you're getting like 30%. You're getting like 30%, bro.
Well, we gonna because I don't want to stay on that for too long because we got some tank stuff to get into. But I'm definitely gonna put that up on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook and see what people think about that. And maybe I'll let that run for like a week, and we can revisit that after like a week or so. I don't want to run that for like 24 hours and then get back to it. But it's an interesting topic. However you feel, like how many, and Shane, let me say this, you are correct. The amount of people that talk about you does not equate to buys. Let me get that clear. That is a fact. That is an absolute fact. I feel like the Wilder talk is different. I feel like it's different. So I'm really curious to see how many buys he actually does, because you know his next fight is going to be on pay-per-view. You know that.
Now, Jeff, before you kill it, answer me this. Now, don't you think a potential next opponent makes them buys increase more the way you promote?
Depending on who it is.
Pay-per-view like that. So
depending on who it is.
That's what I said. I think you have to set it up correctly to achieve those numbers that you anticipate.
To be honest with you, I think Wilder can go up against anybody, and he should do $250,000. He should do $250,000. He should. He should. Because if he's doing a $150, bro, if he's doing a $150 or $175, bro, he can't say shit in negotiations.
That's my point.
Like, people can't have it both ways.
That's
like, they're saying he's the king. There's people still saying he the king. So if he's doing a $150, $175, and Shane is saying he's definitely doing under 300, it's no way you understand. Y'all understand where I'm going with that?
I was saying the same.
That's what I said.
I'm saying the same thing.
I'm in the middle of the two of you guys. I'm right in the middle between the two of you. So we all kind of on our own platforms with this particular topic, but we all sort of agreeing too, though.
Yeah, we all agree.
The one thing we all agree is if Wilder does less than 300 buys, there's no way he can demand even 40% against AJ or Fury.
Yeah, like, and that's the thing, and it's people out here that's still saying like he's still that dude,
or the A side, or
the A side, right. So I said all of that for a reason. You know what I'm saying? And I know I got some Wilder fans listening in here. And we Wilder fans, we just not diehards. Like, we not delusional. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Chris G, what's going on, bro? Hey, Chris G.
Yo, through the comments, and let's get to Tank.
Yo, hold on. I got to get through the comments, and we got to get the Tank. He said, LOL, I want to see Kalnacki versus Ruiz, to be honest. That's a good fight. Who y'all like in that fight? Ruiz and Kalnacki?
Ruiz.
I like Kalnacki. Got more volume.
I think Ruiz knocks Kalnacki out. Ruiz knocks Kalnacki out. I think Kalnacki has a punch resistance problem. He got hurt in the Charles Martin fight, and he got iced against Robert Elenius. So
yeah, I think Ruiz stops him. I think Ruiz too much hand speed.
I just think if he hits him, I think Kalnacki's gonna go down. Brother,
for as big of a Adam Kalnacki fan as you are,
holla at your guy.
Yeah, get him on the show. Hold on, Sewell A. I read somewhere that
I can't believe his brother started following me on IG. I was hella surprised.
That's what I'm saying, man. Get him on the show, bro.
I'm gonna reach out again, bro.
Read that.
I got you. Sewell A said, I read somewhere that Bob Arum and ESPN will have the American rights to the fight. ESPN will promote this fight to the moon. I see it doing 300,000 in America. What fight are you talking about?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, Sewell A, come back in and let us know what fight you're talking about.
I think he's talking about the championship. He's talking about AJ and Fury.
I don't know who we talking about. I don't know if he's talking about what we used to talking about with Wilder. I don't know. We talked about 3-4 fights. Sewell, come back in.
No, he's talking about AJ because Fury is the only guy that's.
No, go ahead, bro.
You said Fury's the only one.
No, I'm saying Fury. Yeah, that's so that's why I thought he was talking about AJ Fury, and it could do 300.
Well, just to clarify, just let us know exactly what you were talking about with that comment. He also said Deontay Wilder lost his belt and his wannabe Mike Tyson aura. I don't see him reaching 200,000 with any opponent not named AJ Fury or Ruiz. Okay, so he's with y'all.
I mean,
he's with y'all.
Yeah, I see the same thing. Damn. Man,
Okay, so
skip that comment.
Hold on, brother. If you're going to advertise on this channel, brother, at least subscribe to us. Putting out I don't know. The last one, I think he does 300 plus. He's still a draw because his personality and KO power. B last, I knew I liked you, brother. I knew I liked your style, man. I knew
stupid,
it.
Baby.
I
He's
knew
stupid.
it, bro. You know what you're talking about. Main 213. Hold on, before I read his comment, Main 213. You got to stop ducking, man. You got to get in. You got to get in one of these lives, brother. Stop ducking, brother.
5 minutes, man. 5 minutes, man. Just give us 5 minutes, baby.
5-10 minutes, brother. You can get in and get out.
You sound like a stripper right now, Jeff. 5 minutes.
Hey man, in and out, baby, in and out. You know what I'm saying? He said curiosity about how he responds to his first opponent after suffering such a loss will bring some people in that wouldn't normally watch. Wilder won't draw 300,000 without the right dance partner. Fair enough. He still wants you to get in, though.
1 second. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
How much does Wilder versus Dylan White sell in America?
Ooh.
200 easy.
Knowing Dylan White's personality, and let's say Dylan White beats Povetkin, knowing Dylan White's personality, how much would you say he does?
That's 200 easy.
I would say because Dylan White is known in the States.
And
200 easy.
And he's very easy to promote as well. Dylan White's a self-promoter.
200 easy.
I'm gonna say between 3 and 4.
That's why I said 200 easy. You get the base out the way, and then you round it off with the last minute buys, push you over the top 350. Max 350.
Between 3 and 4.
But sure. 200 easy.
200 definite. Sewell said Wilder has never been a pay-per-view star. Espinoza even turned down the Wilder versus Ortiz rematch. Wilder versus Helenius does similar numbers to Crawford versus Postal.
He didn't turn that down. That was a smoke screen. Espinoza didn't turn that down. He just didn't want to put up the upfront guarantee.
He didn't want to put up the bread. Yeah, after the first fight, he didn't want to put the bread up. Ruiz destroys Kalnacki. Damn. Yeah. Sewell said, yeah, AJ versus Fury fight. I see it doing 300,000 plus in America. I'm American, and I think it'll sell more than Errol versus Danny. What did Errol versus Danny do?
I thought Errol versus Danny done 300.
Yeah, 300. Yeah, AJ and Fury should do more than 300. Yeah, AJ and Fury should do more than 300 in the States. Man, laughing. He said, I'll get up in there one of these days. We're going to hold you to that, brother. What were the Fury Wilder 2 numbers? What was it?
870, 800, almost 900.
Close to 900,000. But that was the last comment. Now let's get down to the get down.
I feel like with this I should speak first, but go on. I feel like I should.
I'm gonna let you speak first, but I'm gonna introduce it and I'm gonna let you go. Gervonta Tank Davis. There's a rumor going out through Mike Coppinger that Gervonta Tank Davis is possibly moving up to 140 pounds to fight Mario Barrios. Also heard a rumor that it was supposed to be a catch weight of 137, but until that's confirmed, I'm gonna.
I heard it was 140, bro. I heard it's for the regular WBA title. That's what I heard.
Right. I also heard 137 and the title still up for grabs. I heard that too. But let's just assume for the sake of this live that it's going to be at the full 140 pounds. Shane, I'm going to let you vent. And then Vlog, you go ahead and respond, and then I will come in on the back end and clean up. Shane, go ahead.
Hey, I'm taking these off, bro. I'm listening, but I'm taking just keep me on.
Okay.
I gotta take these off.
That fight is absolute. Tank is a disgrace for me. If he fights that fight, to me, it's a disgrace because he's called out so many fighters at 130 and 135. He's called out Tevin Farmer. He's called out Devin Haney, Gary Russell, Ryan Garcia, Teofimo Lopez, and after all of, he even called out Loma after he lost to Teofimo. After that, he avoids all of that work and he goes to 140 and he doesn't even fight the best at 140. And we know he ain't gonna stay at 140. So to me, all of that talk is just a load of waffle. I find it, to me, Tank is even worse than Canelo when Canelo moved up 2 weight classes to fight Kovalev, because at least Canelo wasn't calling fighters out. Tank called fighters out. Don't get me wrong, Barrios is a good fighter, but the thing that I don't like is sort out your own division before you start going to other divisions. And if you don't, then don't throw dirt and try to chastise other fighters who are willing to fight you, because it's clear to see that you had no interest to fight Tevin Farmer. You had no interest to fight Loma. You had no interest to fight Ryan. You had no interest to fight Devin Haney. You had no interest to fight Teofimo. You have all of this talk, and you just go and avoid all of those names to fight someone that's not even in your weight class, to gain some fictitious belt and to fight at a weight class you won't even stay at. To me, I just find that it's just a joke to me. That's a joke.
What do you think about the fight, though?
I feel like it's a good fight, but I'm struggling. I'm struggling to motivate myself for a fight. It's very similar to Kovalev versus Canelo for me, in the sense that I'm struggling to motivate myself for that fight when I wanted to see a fight that I wanted to see an actual fight that I thought was better for boxing, and this is not good for boxing. A fight like this is not good for boxing.
Vlog, did you get all that?
Yes, sir, I did. And
you want to fire away at that?
Not unless you want to take it over, my dude. This is your show.
No, you got it. Go ahead.
All right, bro. I disagree with you, young homie. I think it's a good move. First of all, a lot of the big fights have to be made in camp or in team, in promotional base. These across the street fights are not happening, bro. So you can't stay stagnant just because you're.
Gary Russell's not.
But Gary Russell's not. Hold up. Gary Russell is a bigger mouth than Tank is. You saying Tank did a lot of talking? Am I correct? That's where I'm just going off what you said. So Tank did a lot of talking. A lot of the fights that he talked about were not possible because they were across the street fights. He wasn't talking about in-house fighters. He wasn't talking about other PBC potential champions, things of that nature. So when you're in his position, you still have to work and you have goals to accomplish. So moving up, grabbing a belt, it's a belt. If it wasn't had any value, I don't think they would have made it. You know what I'm saying? I understand it's just a regular title. It's still a title. It still gets you in the 140 picture. And then you're saying he's not going to stay at 140. The man walk around probably 160, 170. So 140
Who's the champions at 140?
Fight range for him.
Champions at 140. Who's the champions at 140?
We know who they are. I'm talking.
Taylor and Ramirez.
We know who they are. We know it's Ramirez and we know it's Taylor. Yeah, so we understand that.
What contract who are they signed with as well?
Again, now this is where it gets me into where the cross the street fights can happen. Once the 140 top echelon irons itself out, they got to have the next superstar to challenge them. Same thing's going on with Charlo. He got all the belts. Then who's the next guy that's worth coming after all them belts? He's in a range where he didn't have that guy. Obviously, Mayweather and them think that Tank can do something at 140, and he has the power to. I think he has the power that he can make waves at 140. Now,
can I answer that?
Is he the best fighter at 140? No.
Can I answer that? Because you've just contradicted yourself. Yeah. The reason why you contradicted yourself is because you said when someone becomes undisputed, there's times for fighters to come up and have fights or the next up and coming star. Teofimo was an undisputed fighter, so he just became undisputed. So why didn't you move up to 135 when he became undisputed? And to top my second point is, I'm not saying you have to make every fight, but there was no intent. In my opinion, if you want to make a fight, cross the street fights happen all the time, bro. It happens all the time. All you do is you put an offer to a fighter. He didn't do that. He didn't put an offer to anybody. So to me, you didn't even have the intent to take that fight, because I guarantee you this for a fact. If he put an offer towards Devin Haney and those guys at the zone, they will take that fight. I guarantee you, bro. I guarantee you. But he didn't. And even if they turned the fight down, at least you can say, you know what, they turned the fight down. Do what Jamal Charlo just done, where he called out Golovkin and said, I'm willing to pay you X, Y, Z. And if they turn the fight down, that's fine. But do that. He had no intent to fight none of those guys. Go on, Jeff.
Vlog, was you done on that? Because I'm
Can I respond to what you just said?
Go ahead, bro.
I just wanted to say this one last thing, but did anybody on Matchroom side give an offer to Tank?
But they're not moving up.
They're
not moving up. They're not moving up. That's the difference. They're not.
He's moving up because these dudes won't fight him.
You're not offering any contracts, so how can you say that? They're not offering any contracts. Why would Teofimo do that when he's already got all the fighters in house? And Tevin Farmer did offer the fight to Tank when Tevin Farmer was champion. So you're incorrect.
God,
well, Tevin Farmer made a stupid move. Go ahead, my dude. Do your thing.
It's a couple of problems with this situation. Off top, I don't understand. First of all, I don't think any of us can answer what Tank actual weight class is. Like when you actually sit and think about it.
Of course you can, because he has a belt. If you have a belt at the division, you're claiming to be a champion in that division. That's
what real belt does he have in what division?
At 130, he has the Super WBA title, not regular, the Super WBA title at 130.
Understood. How long did it take him to actually get down to 130?
It doesn't matter. He's got that belt though. He's got the belt, bro.
Understood. But when you think of Tank, see, you falling right into my trap, Shane.
Go ahead,
you
bro.
Falling right into my trap. You falling right into my trap. Listen, you said he's 130, right?
I'm telling you, he's 130 or 135. Those are the.
No, you said 130 because he's a legit champ at 130.
Wait. You said what weight class can we categorize him at? And I'm saying 130 because he has a belt at that weight class. That's the weight.
So this is where you're caught in the trap. You just said that Tank didn't offer anybody at 135, and nobody offered Tank a contract
or 130.
But you can't say, bro. But you can't say Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, Teofimo.
Did I not just say a 130 fighter as well? I said a 130 fighter. Why are you ignoring that? I said Kevin Farmer. I said Kevin Farmer.
Right, but it goes to what I said. I said we can't say what weight class he is. That's why I literally made that statement.
But my point, but we know he's not a 140 because he's never fought there.
Understood. I'm trying to get you to understand and lead to my point. Go ahead.
Jeff. The reason why I brought that up is because these are fighters he's called out, but he's never offered a contract. I'm not making it up, bro. He's called those fighters out.
Bro, listen, I'm not disagreeing with that. We're talking there's a difference between talk and reality. Talk and reality. The talk is he's calling Haney out, he's calling Ryan Garcia out, he's calling Teofimo out. Who else is he called out? Off the top?
We called out Loma when he lost to Teofimo.
Loma. So that's 4 or 5 names right there, right? Tevin Farmer. That's Gary 5, 6 names. Gary Russell. Okay. So we got about 7, 8 names. All right. Here's the problem. This is why I say it's talk versus reality. Tank can say whatever the hell he want in terms of calling people out. Tank don't call no shots. Tank don't call no shots. Floyd Mayweather still got the training wheels on that kid. We know that. We know that for a fact. Floyd's not going to put him up against Teofimo. He's not going to put him up against Devin Haney. He's not going to put him up against Ryan Garcia. He's not going to put him up against Loma. Only person that he was willing to put Tank up against is Tevin Farmer. That's the only offer that they actually made, and that's going. And I'm going off of your comments, Shane.
I'm agreeing. I'm agreeing.
Right. I'm going. That's the only person they actually offered a fight to, and that was 130. They didn't offer one to Gary Russell because Gary Russell's not 130. So we're saying the same thing. You just took one route to get there. I'm taking another route to get there. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
When it comes down to it with Tank, this is why I say I don't understand the Barrios move. I don't understand the Barrios move for this reason. There are other people outside of the main 6 to 8 people that we mentioned that Tank can fight at 130 and at 135 outside of the main guys.
Like Chris Colbert, for example.
He would never fight Chris Colbert. But that's an example.
First of all, what y'all failing to understand is this is Mayweather managing this dude. So, of course, he's going to put him in winnable situations. So, if you can go up and grab a minuscule title, the way you put that WBA title is minuscule, it's nonchalant, it doesn't matter. If you can still go up and put that on your resume, that's still a great move for an emotional management team to do that.
You say that, bro. You say that, and bro, I don't want you to say that because you're a hardcore boxing fan. So you know boxing, bro. You will never, vlog as BoxingFirst Vlog Blunt. You don't see that as a real title. You know it's not a real title. You know that. So the
move is real, bro. The move is real. That's a real move, bro. For somebody that we keep talking about for the 2 years that's been having weight issues, this is a strong move. And you're going up against somebody who record says is a solid fucking opponent. So it's not like you're going up against Gervonta Santiago. Nobody fucking knows Gervonta Santiago. The hardcores barely know.
The opponent's a good move, but this is my point. And Jeff said it, and he said the talk is talk, and Floyd is the one in control. Okay, I get that. But the reason why I get annoyed is because when people start to, and there's so much comments, we're gonna get to them. When people start to talk about the fact that when they entertain the talk, I don't like that. Fighters can say what they want, but deep down, I've never taken what he said serious. But when you're talking about you're the best and all of that stuff, to me, you have to at some point start putting some meat on the bones. And right now, there is no meat on the bones. They say he's a 2-weight world champion when we know he's a 1-weight world champion. They say he's the best at 130 when he's never fought any champion at 130. So me personally, bro, I'm just telling you, I personally feel like when you're calling out all of these guys, go on.
Do you think he beats Valdez?
Yeah, I think he beats Valdez, but make the fight. Make the fight.
Okay, now if you think he beats Valdez and then they believe they can beat Valdez, why go backwards? Why not go forwards?
Because why
not position yourself for probably the biggest fight that 140 has had since Sugar Ray and them was in that division?
Guess what? I thought Wilder would beat Fury, but he didn't. What I think doesn't matter. It's about reality, and that's a unification. He's never been unified champion. So make a unification. I don't see why you wouldn't do that. That's my point. I don't see why you wouldn't do that.
I think I'm gonna be honest though, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I think this is a track to that unification title at 140. Because if he can win this fight, hold on, I'm about to tell you. If he wins this fight, he gets the winner of Taylor and Ramirez.
Who told you that?
Why not? Who else would they fight?
Josh Taylor.
You don't think he can get that winner?
Josh Taylor said
no.
he's moving
Hold
up to
on.
147.
No, hold on, Shane. Hold on, Shane.
Now hold up. Based on potential money that can be made with cross the street promotions coming together, Tank versus the winner of that fight, that wouldn't be a mega fight at 140?
Bro, it's that's not the question of whether it'd be a mega fight. Yes, it'd be a mega fight, but we talking about is that realistic? Is that realistic though? Hold on, boxing first vlog. Hold on, boxing first vlog, Blunt. Is that realistic? Is that fight realistic?
I'm gonna say it. First of all, if you're looking at Tank as an opponent to either one of them dudes, he's a good opponent for either one of them dudes.
That's not my question. Is the fight realistic?
Oh, it's real.
Can it be made?
Yes, it's realistic. It's realistic because of the goals that can be accomplished. This dude can become an undisputed champ in a division off of one fight. You think Floyd and them and the bag?
Bro, you circling around my question, bro. You circling around my question.
Okay.
We just agreed that Floyd is the one that got the training wheels on him, right? We all agreed on that, right? He skipped everybody in 130. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
No, because those fights at 130 and 135, either the bag was too iffy in a Teofimo fight, which wouldn't they brought a major bag in at that time, even because Teofimo even though he's the champ, trust me, my dude,
bro.
That's why I'm trying to tell you,
bro. But you're saying
Teofimo is currently bigger than Josh Taylor.
Who?
Go ahead, bro. I couldn't hear you.
No, we didn't hear you.
One second. I said Teofimo. To me, bro, the reason why that fight don't happen is because if Josh Taylor wins that fight, Josh Taylor's moving up to 147 and he'll fight Crawford. If Ramirez wins that fight, he'll move up to 147 and he'll fight Crawford. The truth is, bro, they're one's with ESPN, one's with Top Rank. If he can make the fight with either Josh Taylor or Ramirez, why can't he make the fight with Teofimo? That's my point. Because it's the same promotional outfit. The only difference is the weight is even higher. I wasn't gonna go that angle.
I wasn't gonna go that angle. But Floyd, it's Floyd. I'm not questioning Tank. Do I think Tank can rumble with anybody at 130? Yes. Do I think he can rumble with anybody at 135? Yes. 140, I don't know. But everything that you're saying, Vlog, I would understand it if he took another route outside of Barrios. The Barrios thing doesn't make sense. It just don't make sense. I love the fight. Don't make sense.
Okay, bro. All right. Then try to answer your own question and see why they're doing it. Ask yourself that and give me your answer right now. Why are they doing it?
I could tell you why.
Go ahead.
Go to the comments after.
All right. At 130, they don't want Tank to go down to 130 again. Shane, that's why I asked you what weight classes.
The struggle. Yeah. The struggle, bro. I get it. Yeah.
So that's why I said that. 135. Floyd is not going to put Tank up against the top 6-7 guys at 135.
He should put him up against Ryan because that's easy work for him.
But again, that's Floyd. That's Floyd. That's Floyd.
Easy work for him. That's easy work.
That's Floyd.
You are being disrespectful, young buck, right now, man. Stop it.
That's easy work for Tank, in my opinion.
That's a good ass fight, bro. That's not easy work, bro.
I saw Luke Campbell drop Ryan Garcia, and Luke Campbell can't punch. So
I'm not gonna say that's easy work. I'm not gonna say that's easy work.
To me, bro, that's easy work.
Hold on. You saying Ryan the Cupcake?
I ain't gonna cut you off.
Ryan the Cupcake?
I think Ryan must be chinny. For you to get dropped by Luke Campbell, that's like you getting dropped by.
Are you saying Ryan Garcia is a cupcake?
No, bro. That's just you looking at it from a guy that had never been challenged. And he finally got in there too with an OG that was going to challenge him. And the OG let his hands go.
Luke Campbell can't punch.
It can happen.
Luke Campbell can't punch.
You think Ryan Garcia was hurt by the shot?
He got dropped on his back. So he got dropped.
Was he hurt? The man didn't ask you that. The man asked you, was he hurt?
You thought he was hurt?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Hold on. So let me get through my comment real quick. So Floyd at Floyd at 135, right? Floyd with Tank at 135. He's not going to put Tank up against the top 6-7 guys at 135. Can we agree on that? I said Floyd, not Tank. Floyd.
Yeah. Picky.
Shane,
I mean, in a picky situation where
I agree on that.
Okay, so 130, they don't want him drained, right? So they don't want him at 130. 135, they won't put him up against the top 6-7 guys at 135. To be honest, they may not even put him up against a guy like Nakatani to keep it all the way 100. You understand what I'm saying? So it's the top 6 to 8 guys. The top 6 to 8 guys. Floyd's not going to put Tank up against them. So you go look at 140, right? You go look at 140. You see Mario Barrios. This is a classic situation where Floyd does a horrible job at matchmaking. I think he's one of the worst at matchmaking. I'm going to tell you what Floyd's thinking versus the reality. They're thinking Mario Barrios is a cupcake. They thinking he's sweet. They see a secondary belt. They're like, okay, that's an easy grab. That's an easy grab for Tank, and he gets to avoid everybody at 135.
That's what they're going to market it as.
And they're going to market it as him being a three-weight world champion, which is a lie. But this is why Floyd is horrible at matchmaking. If that fight is at a full 140, Mario Barrios has a shot at beating Tank. He has a shot at beating Tank. Mario Barrios is nothing to be played with at 140. He is.
That's why I thought that when you said
that's why it don't make no sense. That's why I thought
when you said you feel like he has a good shot against Josh Taylor, I thought you were smoking.
Say it again.
That's why when that's why when you said I don't believe that. You feel like he can beat Josh Taylor. I have to see him at 140.
Tank can beat Josh Taylor?
Yeah.
Nah, I wouldn't. Nah. I don't.
Comments.
Damn.
Let me get in the comments. Because I'm way behind.
Man, y'all, boy, I'm ready to unleash on you two dudes.
Please.
On what grounds? Sewell, I'm gonna get
on the grounds that I can't believe. On the grounds that I can't believe y'all don't respect this move.
Bro,
that y'all not rocking with this move.
Bro, we don't have a problem with Mario Barrios. It's a good fight. Like, I'm not knocking the matchup. I think Tank could possibly lose a fight. He gets full credit if he beats Barrios. What I'm saying is from a promotional standpoint, from Floyd's end, it's a bad move. It don't make no sense. It don't make no sense.
Fucking smart.
Why fight?
Fucking smart.
Bro, why fight Barrios if you can't get the winner of Josh Taylor and Jose Ramirez? Why fight him? Answer that.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you, because if y'all both saying, I'm gonna go off of your comment, both of them dudes moving up, easy win for him to take over 140, even if it's just momentarily.
But then you look like a duck because you ducked 2 weight classes.
Oh man, bro. When they look at your resume, bro, let me respond to that.
Another thing is,
hold on, Shane. Let him respond to that real quick.
I didn't even finish the statement.
Oh, go ahead.
I want you to respond to everything. And another thing, bro, is when you got so much action at 135, you're forgetting that you can fight these guys at 140, but there's no names at 140 for you to fight. So it doesn't really make what does that do for your resume? You're just gonna be fighting guys that nobody know.
What guys are at 140?
That's my point. That's my point exactly. Y'all just said the dude getting a cupcake. That's my point, bro. It's still an accomplishment. When we look at the road, let me say this. Let me first say this, Jack. When we look at somebody's resume, we don't see the word duck in there anywhere. We either see what they accomplished or what they didn't accomplish.
No,
That's
you
not-
see
That's
names.
all we
You
see.
see
So
names.
when we
Bro,
You
hit
that's
see
not
names.
true.
You see names, bro. You
Bro,
see
that's
names.
not
When you
true.
look at someone's resume, you see names.
Bro,
When you
that's
go
not-
back to
hold
Man.
Ali, you look
Shane,
at
hold on.
Foreman, Fraser. You don't look at
Shane,
accomplishments. Look at names.
Hold on, Shane. Shane, how many weight divisions has Tank won a title in, vlog?
2 so far.
That's not
That's
true.
a lie.
That's not true. He's won one. He's won one legit title against Pedraza. That's it. When
So
he
the
won,
belt
when
he just took from Leo Santa Cruz wasn't a legit title.
That was at 130. It was the same belt he relinquished. It was the same belt he
belt that he
relinquished.
had. It was the same belt that he had. I'm not even talking about Leo. I'm talking about Gamboa. That was a regular belt. That's what made him a two-weight. Yeah. You know that was
two-weight.
belt.
No, I get
They
your
market
argument.
it as two-weight. They market it as two-weight because
They
he fought
market it as
Gamboa for the
two-weight.
regular title. But that's a regular title, bro. That's not a real
You
title.
know we don't count regular titles, bro. You know we don't count that shit.
Man, bro, I'm thinking from their perspective, bro, I think it should grab to launch into a bigger position because as y'all both said, if both of them dudes slide out of 140, it's kind of an open division for him to maybe slot a Giovanni Santiago in that position, get a quick win, and move on.
No,
Blunt,
understood,
as a hardcore boxing fan, everybody looks at your names on your resume. Who have you beat? In 50 years' time, they want to know who did he beat. And if he doesn't have any name on his resume, it don't look good. That's all I'm saying. Why would you skip all of those good names to fight nobody? It don't make sense to me, bro.
Vlog, can I ask you a question, brother? Can I ask you a real quick question?
Talk to me, man.
Okay.
That's what we do.
So let's say he beats Barrios, right? Let's say he beats Barrios. Let's just say Josh Taylor beats Ramirez. Josh Taylor goes up to 147. And Tank fights somebody at
Robert Easter's still there.
legit.
Robert Easter's still there.
Let's say he fights Robert Easter or something for a legit belt at 140. Would you be satisfied with that over him fighting one of these killers at 135? Would you be satisfied with that?
I'm gonna be honest with you. Yes. Why? Because it's Floyd fucking Mayweather. And all you have to do is look at what he did when he took over his own career. It's that simple. He kept the dominance. Gotta respect him for that.
Right. Okay, I gotta get in the comments. Sewell A to Tank Davis moving up for Mario Barrios, while Teofimo was eyeing the winner of Ramirez versus Taylor, simply built different. LOL. I can't even disagree.
I have to agree.
I can't even disagree.
I have to agree.
You agree with that, Vlog?
Bro, that will mean TFE will be a two-weight undisputed champion. That's ridiculous. Go on.
Yeah, that's actually, you know what? That'll put him in Hall of Fame status.
Facts.
That'll put him in Hall of Fame status. You agree with that, Vlog?
That good.
You disagree with that?
He ain't getting no belt at 140. I don't even want to hear none of that. Defend what you just got before you talk about moving up, bro. Defend what you just got.
But you defended Tank going up to 140.
Tank isn't doing that.
Tank ain't got all the belts, bro. Tank ain't got all the belts, bro.
Bro, hold on, wait. Bro.
He don't have no life.
You have a problem? Hold on. Did you have a problem with Terrence Crawford going up to 47 after he won the belts?
No, I didn't, because at that time 40 didn't have the names to keep him the star that he was, or that we know him to be.
Bro, but the thing is, if you've won all the belts, right? If you won all the belts and you go up to the next weight class, even if there's other names there, the person can say, hey, I've won all of the belts. I'm going to a different weight class. I don't see how.
I'm not saying Teofimo's accomplishment was not a factor. Just the fact that you did it and wanted to run so fast with 135 being makeable fights because of the range and the.
But you can't say running because.
Wait 1 second, Jeff. What makeable fights are there? Because if you're talking about cross promotional fights, Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney are both.
I'm about to tell you.
They're with the zone.
I'm about to tell you. I think Comey deserves a rematch. And he should get a look for all the belts if he's undisputed champion. I think Comey deserves a rematch.
Because
that was a fluke KO.
Bro.
Oh,
because
bro,
he beat
just
Jackson
like
Moreno.
you're acting
because
like
of
you're
the
joking.
No, go ahead.
Because right now, for top rank, that's the only fight that they can make for T.O. to keep him there. Because, obviously, they didn't want to put no money behind George Kambosos. So they let him go across the street for that fight.
Blunt, can I ask you a question? You would rather see a rematch. I can't believe you're saying this. You would rather see a rematch between Teofimo Lopez and Richard Comey than a fight between Josh Taylor and Teofimo Lopez for all the marbles at 140. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Wow.
Right now.
Comments, sir.
I don't think you. I don't. No, I'm just saying. I don't think you should be able to grab all the straps and then just drop them all.
But you just said you had no problem with Crawford doing it.
But Crawford did it at a point where there was no names, bro. This is a different stage for Teofimo.
Too much comments.
Bro, he will be going up to 140 to fight another.
Because y'all don't like what I'm saying. That's why you want to read everybody else's comments and shit.
I ain't reading nobody's comments.
I'm talking to the little homie.
Oh, you talking to
the little homie.
Comments, bro. You have 14 comments.
Yeah, man. Get the people involved, bro. Get the people involved.
I'm just letting y'all know we gonna be on here for over 2 hours. I'm letting y'all know that right now.
Everybody who's commented, I apologize, but
I got you. Will Stokes, what's going on? Will been ducking too, man. Will been ducking. But he said Tank, Garcia, Haney, they all talk so much but never back it up. Teofimo Lopez is the only one backing up.
That's a lie.
That's why I believe he deserves the most respect. I feel like he said that for Shane.
That's a lie.
I mean, I can agree with Shane on that one.
Teofimo's the only one that was signed to ESPN. That's the only reason why that happened. The truth is, they didn't. ESPN didn't want to make Loma fight anybody else other than an in-house fight. That's a fact. So you can say that.
That's true.
Haney didn't get the chance. Garcia didn't get the chance. So how can you say that? None of those guys got the chance.
And that's talk. And again, that's why I said before: talk versus reality. Like sometimes you gotta just take the talk for what it is.
It's the person who's controlling the career, as Jeff said. It's Mayweather's, the Bobs, the Eddies. Yeah. It's not. It's who's controlling your career.
So we agree on that. That Will, when you hear that type of talking, you gotta take it for just talk. You know what I mean? You gotta look beyond that. Like you hear the talk, because you gotta look at the promoter. You gotta look at the
as Blunt is saying as well, though. As Blunt is saying as well, and I'm not agreeing. I'm not 100% agreeing. But if Teofimo Lopez is actually about what he's talking about, then he wouldn't be fighting Kambosos. He'll be fighting Devin Haney or Ryan Garcia. But he's not. Right. He's fighting George Kambosos. So he can't tell me that he's really about that talk or he's really about that work when he's fighting a third-rate fighter when he could be fighting Ryan Garcia or
you know what?
Devin
I will
Haney.
say this. I will say this, though, bro. Hold on. That's for the IBF, am I correct?
It's for the IBF strap, yeah.
What I will say is this: the IBF is the most strict when it comes down to their mandatories, and they were the first ones to order the mandatory.
No, but this is the difference though. There's still this illusion that Teofimo is not one full undisputed because he has the franchise WBC and not the full one. So I would have rectified that first.
I mean, but we talking the WBC though, like they change their mind every 2 minutes.
I know, but I'm just saying.
So when you win a belt via email, I got a problem with that.
I'm not saying he isn't. I'm just saying there's still that.
What'd you say when they mail it to you?
Yeah, man, he got an email 2:00 in the morning, man. He was playing cards and shit. He looked at the email and got a.
I'm gonna grab something to drink, man. I'm still with you.
All right, go ahead. He got
keep going, Joe. Rush through it. This top is too nice. And
I'm about to run through it. Sewell A. Regis Progress has asked for the Barrios fight for a while, and he's getting screwed over for Tank. Similar to Gary Russell Jr., who wanted to see Cruz for years. They got screwed over. PBC not right. How you feel about that?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I agree with that too. So Sewell still ain't answer the question, man. We trying to get him on the show, man. But Will Stokes, Teofimo Lopez has proven himself to be one of the ballsiest fighters in the sport, and that's facts.
That's not a fact. That's not a fact.
Why is that not a fact?
It's not a fact because you've just been given an opportunity. If someone asks for the fight and I'm mandatory for you, and you decide to, instead of fight me, upgrade to franchise champion, how is that being, how you just got an opportunity first, bro? That's not, he's not more ballsy than Devin Haney. Devin Haney just didn't get the opportunity. He aligned himself with the WBC to be a mandatory and he didn't get the shot. What do you want him to do? I don't get it. I literally don't understand what you would have wanted Devin Haney to do in that situation. Teofimo just was lucky enough to be signed with ESPN when Loma got the shot. So I don't agree with that.
I don't agree with all this, but I think for a young fighter, he has one of the best resumes. Out of the
I agree with that, but that's just down to what outfit you're with. Errol Spence has a better resume than Terence Crawford at 147. You still feel Crawford's going to beat him. It's just because of what promotional outfit he's with.
Right, but I mean, regardless of that, he still has one of the best resumes for.
No, I agree with that.
And Will, I don't know if that's where you were going, but I mean, yeah, like Teofimo's done a lot in his young career with the opportunities that he's been given. Sewell A said Mario Barrios isn't even top 5 at 140. Regular title don't mean shit. Look at Trevor Bryan, regular heavyweight champion, but isn't even considered a top 10 heavyweight. You want to comment on that, bro?
No, it's just the facts. I was about to say that Manuel Charr was regular champion for years.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, but Mario Barrios is he may not be top 5 at 140, but you might as well say top 5 at 140 for somebody coming up 2 weight classes to come see him. And Mario Barrios is a dog. He's a dog. But generally, I agree. I agree with you.
Keep going, Jeff. Keep going.
Chris G, that reaction to my comment with Ruiz and Kalnacki, I knew that was going to happen. See, they be setting us up for failure, man. Sue A said Gervonta moving up because nobody at 135 will fight him. That's a crazy bad take. Lomachenko was calling him out, and Mayweather flat out said not ready yet.
That's true.
Yeah, and it goes back to what I said. Like Mayweather Tank talking versus what Mayweather wants to do is always going to be different. Chris G said Gervonta moving up because there's no easy picks at 135. I said that's what I said. Floyd's not gonna. I think Tank will have a good shot at all of those guys at 135. That's how much I believe in Tank, but it's not Tank though. This is Floyd. Sewell A said they didn't offer Gary Russell Jr. a contract because he's not a 130, but he offered Leo Santa Cruz a contract though. Yeah, he's following the. Listen, Tank Floyd is moving Tank like he moved himself. The Mexican fighters, the smaller guys. You know what I'm saying? He's giving Tank the Floyd Mayweather blueprint. But see, the thing is, the difference between Floyd doing that back then and Tank doing that now, there's a bigger social media push now than it was back then when Floyd.
And also, bro, you have to remember as well that it's not Floyd was in a pool of his own. You see my point? He created a shark he turned himself into a shark. Tank is in a pool full of sharks. Devin Haney's a shark. Ryan Garcia's a shark. Teofimo's a shark. So he's swimming with other sharks. Not at that. Floyd was probably the only shark at that time in terms of like a massive attraction, other than obviously Oscar De La Hoya.
But I'm not talking about the attraction. What I'm talking about is the quality, the type of opponents he's picking.
Fair enough.
Certain blueprint that Floyd Mayweather follows. He's following the same blueprint for Tank. The problem.
No, but I agree. I'm just saying.
I said that about a half hour ago.
No,
yeah, but you was wrong on some other points too, brother.
No, I ain't never wrong. I'm always right.
Let me keep it moving as far as these comments, fellas. Will Stokes, do you think it's because Tank lacks the guts, or is it because Floyd is protecting him?
You already said that. You already addressed that.
We just that one. You're smoking moon rocks if you think Floyd would put Tank against Josh Taylor or Ramirez. Floyd was having sleepless nights thinking about the Tevin Farmer matchup. I don't agree with that last.
Man, not the last part.
He would have made that Tevin. He would have made that
Tevin
fight.
No, go ahead, Vlog. Go ahead, bro.
Bring back to the table, bro. Tevin, I think the Tevin fight didn't go down because of the value. You got as an opponent, you still have to be bringing something to the table that's promotional based to sell it. You understand what I'm saying?
Bro, let me and I know you probably don't know this, so this is just one of them moments where I'm just going to drop some information. The reason why that fight didn't happen is because of Tevin Farmer. And I'm gonna tell you why. The bag was there between DAZN and Floyd. They were gonna put that fight on pay-per-view. That was number one. Number two, the bag was there because Mayweather was gonna offer was offering Tevin Farmer a bag, and then DAZN was gonna offer him a bag as well because that was gonna be the last fight on his DAZN deal, and DAZN wanted him back. So what happened? What happened was Tevin Farmer overplayed his hand. He got offered basically $2 million.
$2 million.
He said he wanted 5 or 6.
The reason why he asked for 5 or 6 was because DAZN was offering Tank 5, but the problem was he already signed a contract for a base of 1 million per fight for DAZN, so he wasn't going to get that 5 million. So that's why he was asking for 5 million from what's it called? PBC, which was never going to happen.
He overplayed his hand, and that's why that fight didn't happen. But actually, that's why I said with Sewell, that's why that last part of that comment is wrong, because that was the one fight they were willing to make. And they were going to set up a pay-per-view for it. They were very confident about it.
They would have even sent him to DAZN.
They would have sent him to DAZN for that fight.
DAZN were putting up more money than anybody else.
That was the one fight Floyd didn't mind him taking because they thought he was going to mop the floor with Tevin Farmer. That was the one fight they was confident about. But we're going to keep it moving. Andre Ward coming, and that was some information for you, Vlog, because I know you probably didn't know that.
I didn't know about the DAZN offer.
Yeah. Andre Ward coming out of retirement to fight the winner of AJ versus Fury is more likely than Tank Davis fighting the winner of Ramirez and Taylor. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. I gotta take that for what it is. That was funny. Will Stokes said those clips from AW on IG were very interesting. Do you think a comeback is a legit possibility?
No. Andre Ward.
Oh, you talking about Ward? Nah, I don't think so. He just re-signed with ESPN on a commentary joint, so he good. He good.
Yeah, he's nice.
Yeah, Bang 213. Floyd knows Tank won't go anywhere without him because Tank has discipline problems. Money May has to keep his foot on Tank's throat, unfortunately. Y'all want to respond to that?
That's a strong statement, bro.
I don't think he has to. I just feel like he wants to because that's the only way Floyd can exist as a promoter. Without Tank, Floyd isn't really saying much. I feel like Tank himself, I just feel like Tank is one big fight away from being a mega, probably one of the biggest stars in boxing. And I feel like they should have tried to make that Ryan fight, because let's say Ryan does win. That's a massive, his profile, not Ryan, sorry, if Tank won, that's a massive audience that he would be a showcase to. You know, I remember when he knocked out Leo Santa Cruz, how much that was trending. Could you imagine if he knocked out Ryan like that? It would be crazy.
Can I ask y'all a quick question? And Vlog, I want you to answer this first. Tank, Ryan Garcia pay-per-view, how many buys does that do?
400.
That's it?
I was gonna say about 550, but
that fight does 600 plus.
This guy's always coming with the high numbers. I don't know why. What are you smoking today?
Hold on,
I thought 400 is I'm trying to be reasonable, bro. You looking for astronomical paydays, make a motherfucker want to retire.
Hold on.
It's like Jeff getting some back end money by
this. I wish they would give me some back end money. But listen, let me get this out the way real quick. The thing that's crazy, the reason why I said that amount is because Vlog, what do you always tell me about Ryan Garcia?
Outside he's the bag. I'm gonna give it to you, bro. Right? He's the guy that could get first-time buyers to buy pay-per-view.
So hold on, this I'm
talking about young people.
No, this is why I made this. This is why I made the number, because I wanted Blunt to back into my trap. He tells me all the time that Ryan Garcia is the bag at 135. That's what he tells me all the time. He tells me that all the time. So if you match him up with Tank and they only do 400, he's not the bag.
No, but you're forgetting, bro. But you're also forgetting, bro, that Floyd's pay-per-views are all $100. They're all $100. So if that's $100, that's a lot. That's a lot, bro. That's a lot.
$400 million fight, bro.
Bro, listen.
It's a $400 million fight.
Hold on. You just told me Tank and Ryan Garcia are going to do the same numbers as Spence and Garcia.
Yeah, but it's $75. It's $75, bro.
Who said that?
$75.
I didn't say that.
Errol Spence and Danny Garcia did 400. Am I correct?
It done 300.
It did 300.
And it was $75. It was $75.
Right.
Tank's going to be 100.
Tank and Ryan Garcia only does 4.
You're also forgetting that this is that. I thought 550, but
you was 50,000.
When I say 4, bro,
I'm taking some back.
You said 600 plus,
bro.
That's 50,000 more.
Let me say this, bro. When I say 4, that's a base, bro. That's a good base. So if you going over that, talking 475, 500, you definitely winning. And easy 400,000 people buying that fight is a fucking win. And I think it's a guaranteed win, because if you look at the numbers breakdown, Ryan gonna bring 300 and Tank gonna bring about 100,000 consistent followers that'll pay for him to see him fight.
I agree with that.
So you saying basically 400 the minimum?
The minimum is, when I said 400, and so even when I talk any pay-per-view numbers, I don't go like you, like the max that they could do. I go what I think is a decent point to make the fight. Like if you're contracting, you say.
So for future reference, if I ask you a pay-per-view number, whatever number you say, that's the floor.
Yeah, that's the floor.
Okay. All right, I'm with you. Okay. All right, I'm with you. All right, let me keep it moving.
So I agree with you. It can do. That said, I agree with you. It can do 600.
We here. I'm with you. You said that's the floor. I'm with you. I agree with that. 400 would be the floor. Like 400 to be the floor. I think 6 and some change would be the ceiling. If they did anything more than that, then they probably never see regular TV again. But my bro, Blaze 2215 in the building. He said, "What's going on, fellas? New Wave Boxing Media is in the building and join the live. Sorry, I can't join. I'm at work." Understood, brother.
Glad that you're watching at work.
Yeah, well, you know.
Yes, sir. I was at the job watching my dudes work yesterday on Boxing Lowdown and them.
Big shout out to Boxing Lowdown and Lori, man. That's the family, man. Mang213, let's not pretend that Tank has shown true power at 135. Gamboa is tough, but that fight was a mess and should never have reached the 12th. The Leo fight was 130. I don't trust he has the power at 140.
No, he has the power at 140. He has the power. Probably has the power at 175.
Bro,
he's got power.
Let me respond to Mang right quick. When you go up and down in weight the way he's been doing these past couple fights, that affects your power to a certain extent. So if you settle in on a weight and you actually train, punch, and things like that at that weight for a consistent basis, and I think 140 is a good weight for his body type and body size to fight at, man, he's gonna have devastating power at 140.
Now I agree with that. I feel we have the power at 140. What I do feel like is his delivery mechanism might be not as good, because when he is at 140, he probably got a lot of muscle mass and probably a lot of fat, and
a little slower.
I listen.
Slower. I agree with that.
I have to agree with my bro Main 213 here, and I'm gonna tell you all why.
This guy, talk to us. I'm gonna tell you why. He's replacing Blunt Bailey. That's what Jeff's doing today.
No, I'm not on no Blunt Bailey shit, man. I'm about to break this shit down. Check it out. Now, York's Gamboa reputation is what?
Chinny.
Would you agree with that, Vlog? Chinny?
Yes, Chinny.
Did he not mess up his Achilles in that fight?
Yeah.
Okay. So for that, we can agree on that, Vlog?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I remember.
So a guy that's Chinny with an Achilles injury went a whole 12 with Tank.
Okay, but bro, this is against anybody else.
Address my statement first.
I will against anybody else. You'd have got away with that, but not against me. The reason why is because one,
I used that up yesterday.
He got dropped several times in that fight, and two, bro, I'm gonna bring an example to you. Wilder, hardest puncher that in the last 15, 20 years, 100 years, whatever you want to say. He went, I think it was 11 rounds with Johan Duopa. Povetkin knocked him out in 5. What's it called? And he didn't even get stopped. He got stopped on facial damage. He didn't even get knocked out. So you can always have a fight. Remember, we're looking at the trend, not just the exception. And he's constantly knocked fighters out.
Hold on. Against many people, you'd have got away with that shit, but not against me. And I'm gonna tell you why. First of all, that's heavyweight. That is heavyweight. The topic is him going up in weight. Going up.
No, bro, you said you were talking about Gamboa. And my point, and you used an example of Gamboa being Chinny. I'm saying Duopa's been knocked out by many guys in the 1st round, 3rd round, 5th round, and Wilder went with him 10. Does that mean he doesn't have power? And Wilder couldn't stop him.
Gamboa a natural 135? Yes. He's a
natural. At this age, yeah. At this age, yeah.
So this is what I'm saying. This is why I said I agree with Mang 213. If I told you before the fight, both of y'all can answer this. If I told y'all before the fight that Gamboa was going to have an ACL injury, he was going to have an Achilles injury in the fight, would y'all tell me that fight goes 12?
Of course not.
Of course not. Correct?
Yeah.
So it's fair. Is it fair to say? Now I know he got knockdowns, but you're gonna get knockdowns if your fucking Achilles is fucking off. Like, yeah, you're gonna get knocked down.
Jeff, why are we questioning his power instead of his stamina? I agree that his stamina was good, but you can't question his power. His power is there. It was his stamina.
Bro, let me jump in here right quick. Let me jump in.
Injury, bro. And he's
supposed to jump in real quick, bro.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah.
No,
bro,
go ahead, bro.
He also fought a guy that we can consider a wily veteran. So when you're fighting dudes that's got a little bit of, moxie to him, because we know Gamboa ain't no pussy. He might be a Chinny type of dude, but he ain't no coward type of fighter. So his heart kept him in that fight more than Tank taking him out of the fight. You see what I'm saying? So I don't think we can discredit that fight to Tank's power the way you and Maine seem to do.
Hold on, bro. Was Gamboa crafty in any way in that fight, brother?
But bro, I don't know how.
I didn't say crafty, bro.
Answer that question. Was he crafty?
No, he wasn't. But bro,
crafty, bro.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say 100 fights and 1 fight as an exception. You can't use that to shadow out an entire career, bro.
That's the only fight he fought 135. I can separate it. I can single that out.
Let me
but it wasn't down to the weight, bro. It was down to the fatigue, bro. It's the fatigue. We clearly saw that he was tired. We clearly saw that he was
Jeff,
tired.
you said crafty. Let me go back to the word crafty. You said crafty. Crafty and stubborn are two different things.
No, you said wily
He
veteran.
wasn't crafty.
You said wily veteran.
That's stubborn. That's a stubborn fighter. That's somebody that just hard-headed, don't want to know, quit. You know what I mean? You know, like Bernard and the Ruiz, when they wily veterans, but they so stubborn that they don't know when to quit the game.
Jeff,
you see what I'm saying?
Jeff
so
is literally
his stubbornness kept him in that fight.
Jeff, you're actually acting like a rookie, because you're acting like power had anything to do with why he didn't stop him. We saw a guy get gassed out. He gassed out. It's got nothing to do with power.
He got 2 knockdowns when he was gassed out, bro. He got 2 knockdowns when he was gassed out.
That's my point, bro.
But hold up. Jeff, you're not taking into account that fight happened right when he was having all the weight issues. Where is he going to be at? 130,
That's
135.
Exactly my point, bro. That's exactly.
But that's got nothing to do with power, bro. That's weight. That's not power. That's weight, bro.
Yeah,
that's not power.
That's why I said his weight was so fluctuated.
Y'all killing me right now, man. Y'all are killing me. I just set both of y'all up. Listen, I asked y'all. I said, listen, I would agree with you guys if he didn't have a whole Achilles injury. I would agree with everything y'all said. But bro, if you cracking like that with a guy that's chinny in an Achilles injury and you go to full 12, that's a problem. So Jeff, you're telling me, bro, you don't have faith in Tank's power. Is that what you're telling me? You're telling me live at 140 pounds, you can question whether Tank power is going to carry up to 40. Yes, you can.
As I just said, bro, there's so much other elements to landing a knockout shot than just power, bro. You know that. It's not just power. It's not just power. Yes, I believe weight had an issue. I can
support that position he just made by, if you look at the Calnaghi Helenius fight. It wasn't Robert Helenius' power that got him that knockout. It was the way he angled the punches. You see what I'm saying? That first knockdown came on an angle. So
and when you're moving up weight, especially someone like Tank, who puts on a lot of muscle mass and a lot of fat, obviously the delivery mechanism, like I said in my first point, is obviously not going to be as effective. That doesn't mean you don't have the same amount of power. It just means you don't deliver the shot as good. So I'm saying, yes, he won't deliver the shot as good, but he will still crack.
I agree with both of y'all. I'm not disagreeing. The question is can you question Tank's power at 140? Can you question it? That's the question.
No, you can't, bro, because he's been knocking everybody out. If he wasn't knocking everybody out, but the one dude you brought up, one guy, if he wasn't knocking everybody out, but that one guy, I could be like, yeah, him going up, he might have some issues, but I can't agree with you on the power situation on going up.
And he still knocked him out.
When we're talking about a heavier guy.
And he still knocked him out. And that guy went 12 rounds with Devin Haney.
So y'all telling me at 140 he's smoking shit at 140. Y'all know that.
I'm saying he still can punch. I'm saying he still can punch.
A certain class of fighter.
Do y'all know that for a fact? That's my question. Do y'all know that for a fact?
I believe if anybody gets hit clean by a Tank at 140, they're feeling it. I guarantee you, they're definitely
I'll
taking
put it to you like this.
Wow.
I think he stops a Robert Easter at 140. And Robert Easter is a solid B-level fighter at 140. Possible future champion, depending on how things iron out.
You think he stops Robert Easter?
I think he stops Robert Easter.
I think if he hits Robert Easter clean enough with a clean shot, he knocks him out. I don't know if he will hit him with a clean shot because I don't know how good he delivers his shots at that weight. But I feel if he hits anybody with that power, anybody at 140, I think even if he hits someone like Maurice Hooker or someone like Baranchik, for example, they're getting knocked out cold.
So y'all are stuck on that. Like he's definitely cracking at 140.
Bro, he's got power.
No, I said 140. Have you seen him fight at 140? The reason why people hold on, let me get this out the way. The reason why there was Broner not cracking at 135. Was he not cracking at 135? Was he not knocking out everything at 135?
Again, 135 wasn't flushed with top-ranked fighters, bro.
I was about to say that.
Bro, I asked a specific question. Broner, was he not knocking shit out at 135?
Okay, yeah. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, all right, bro, yeah.
Bro, was he not knocking shit out at 135?
Yes,
yeah,
bro. Yes, I'll agree with that.
When he jumped up 2 weight classes, what the fuck was he knocking out?
He dropped Sean Porter. Someone who's never been dropped before.
What was he knocking out, bro? Was he not known as a power guy at 135?
But bro, this is my point, which you're not understanding. It's about how well you're good, how good you are at delivering a shot. At 147, he wasn't that good at delivering punches. Bro, we saw him against Paulie, bro, and he wasn't even delivering punches.
How many people in history has jumped 2 weight classes and kept the power? I'm talking about throughout history. Jumped 2 weight classes and kept the same power. Canelo, he just knocked out Kovalev, bro. Canelo.
But you just said Hopkins.
You said it was a fixed fight.
I know, but
Bernard
I'm saying people still believe it. People still believe it.
Bernard Hopkins.
Baby.
People still believe it, bro. People still believe it. People still believe it.
Bro, you just sat on the live with me yesterday and we agreed that fight was basically fixed.
I believe the fact was fixed. I believe
you got stepping in it right now, Shane.
You gonna use
you stepping in it on that one.
Bro, let me answer then. Let me answer. I said, yes, I do believe the fact was fixed, but you asked, who do I feel like kept the power? And I said, yes, I feel like he kept the power. That's what I believe. He kept the power.
So, all right, saying that, Shane, quick question. Could he have knocked out Anthony Yard?
Could who knock out Anthony Yard?
Canelo at 175. Just staying on that, keeping the power question. Would Canelo have knocked out Anthony Yard that night?
I don't know. Maybe not. Probably. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Because Kovalev knocked him out with a jab, bro. So you never know. You never know. Kovalev knocked.
But he knocked him out with it.
But
you're right.
I see how you said you don't know. You see how you said you don't know, right?
Mm-hmm.
All I'm saying for Tank, this is all I'm saying. I said I don't know 100%. That's all I'm saying.
Bro,
listen, boxing history actually supports my fucking opinion on this. There's only a handful of guys that's going up 2 weight classes and kept the power throughout boxing history.
Crawford has.
And question, fellas. We all boxing analysts, historians, in that sort of sense. Has anybody jumped up and got a KO like Canelo has? I know Bernard did it, but did anybody get a KO? I don't think Roy did it when he fought Ruiz.
Terrence Crawford.
That's 2 weight classes. He went up and got a KO.
Yeah, went up 2 weight classes to 147. He obviously done it gradually. He didn't do it straight away though. He done it gradually.
Right.
Yeah, we talking about the jump. You know what I mean? We talking about the jump.
I mean, if you're talking about the straight jump, and when you're talking about the straight jump, I understand why Jeff's saying that, because I remember when Mikey done the straight jump. Again, we're gonna get to the comments. Mikey done the straight jump to Errol, and
it didn't work.
It didn't work.
It didn't work.
Yeah.
And that's the
history.
It took him 2 years to get the weight right.
History does support Jeff. Does support Jeff. And
that's what I'm saying. I'm not taking a shot at Tank. Do I think Tank can crack? Fuck yeah, I think he can crack. He got smoked. Like he got smoked. Like I know for a fact in camps he's putting down guys at 168, 175, but that's in camp.
Yeah, they said he knocked out a heavyweight.
They said he knocked out
a heavyweight.
But they said
and he was drunk.
Yeah, and they said Zed Judah knocked out a couple heavyweights back in the day. You know what I'm saying? So it can happen in the gym. It's just for some reason in fight, when you jump from 135 to 140, 147, or you jump up 2 weight classes, history tells us the guy is not going to, even if they still got power, they don't have as much power as they did when they were down in the lower weight class. So that was the only point I was making. Could he knock out Barrios? Yes, he could. Yes, he could.
Yeah, hit them comments, Jeff.
I got you, bro. I got you. He said, LOL, Shane, he still had to accept the fights.
Well, it's easy to accept the facts when you're offered it. Devin Haney wasn't offered the fight. Neither was Ryan. So how do you expect him to accept a fight he wasn't offered?
Fair enough. Fair enough. Never mind. Top 10. Trevor Bryan ain't even top 30. Well, Trevor Bryan ain't top 40 in my book. But that's neither here nor there. Blaze Philly 215. Man, the topics are fire tonight. I'm mad I can't join in for the input. Yeah, this shit crazy right now. Hey, hold on. Before I get to the next comment, and I'm about to get on Blaze in a minute. We gotta get some weed strand to support the channel, man, because every time Blunt get the puffing, man, he get it, that shit go straight to his fucking lungs, man. that shit be all up in here, man. Like,
is weed legal in America? Is weed legal in America?
Man,
in some places.
Yeah, it's recreational, baby. It's recreational, baby. It's been that way though. It's always been legal. Yeah. You know, we been thugging out here, homie. That's white folks doing shit now, and they've been doing what it do.
Blaze Philly 21 says who got Jeff on the payroll? I don't know what you talking about.
Al Heyman.
I don't know who he talking about. Hold on, hey Blaze, but
they say he ain't affiliated
anyway. They ended up seeing things my way anyway. But I love them though. Main 213, where we all at, fam? I'm here in Virginia, just outside of DC, 5 miles from MGM National Harbor, the home base of the Russells. Shane is from the UK. My bro Vlog is from Philly, but he's out there in Arizona right now, and I'm in Philly. Before I get to the next comment, I want to actually run this by y'all real quick. If Josh Taylor and Jose Ramirez goes
that was my next comment. My next comment.
But the thing is, if they allow fans, would you go to that fight?
Where's the fight? Scotland or Mexico?
Vegas. It's in Vegas.
Do you think it's good that they made the fight in Vegas?
No, but
why didn't they make the fight in Scotland?
I don't know.
It's a neutral site, bro. Vegas is a neutral site. If you look at it, Jose Ramirez is a Latin fighter. Even though he's an American-based fighter, he still has a Latin pull. You can't take it to Europe because it'll be hard to get that draw that way to support another champion. So you gotta, like, Vegas has always been a new spot for different fighters that have different fan bases. So
I know, but I just
Vegas.
I just don't feel like it makes as much money. That's my point. Because Gate won't make as much money and pay-per-view won't make as much money in America. That's what I'm just saying.
You agree with that, Vlog?
I don't know, bro. I think that's a big fight. I think that 140, any unification in America is going to get eyes.
Let me put it this way.
Any weight class.
Let me put this. This is the first time any person in the history of United Kingdom has fought for all 4 belts. The first time in history.
I didn't know that.
That's the first time in history.
That's why I can support. That's why I think it'll do good pay-per-view numbers wise. You see what I'm saying?
Ain't that on regular TV?
All the fans will be.
That's on regular TV here, right?
But that's what I'm saying. That's on regular TV in America.
No. That's not a pay-per-view fight.
It's almost, bro, the way they got it set up, from what I'm understanding, it's going to be strictly ESPN Plus. It's not going to be regular ESPN the way they did with the Valdez Belch fight.
Confirm that, good brother.
But that's my point, bro.
I'm not.
Can
we research that?
But it's on regular ESPN
Plus. That's what I read.
One second. It's on regular ESPN Plus. But go ahead. We listening, bro. Go ahead. It's on regular ESPN Plus, and I just feel like it would have been on pay-per-view in England, and they just, I mean, that's what I'm just thinking. It would have been on pay-per-view in England. You would have in London, in UK, sorry, in Scotland. You'd have probably sold out.
I mean, ESPN Plus ain't no different than it being on the zone. Like, it's a subscription base. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
What I'm trying to get y'all to understand, bro. No, almost being a subscription base is the middle line of pay-per-view. It's not flat out cable where it just comes with your normal cable bill. So to get that fight, and a lot of people may just grab ESPN Plus because it's a highly touted world title unification sort of fight. So
that's what they're hoping for.
I get that, but
yeah, and I believe it'll work that way.
I'm just asking you, Blunt, do you feel like that doesn't generate more money in the UK? That's all I'm asking.
I didn't get that part. I apologize. Jeff, let me stop. I apologize. I didn't get that statement that you made, Brody. Say that again for me. I was answering the text.
Just asking whether you not feel like that fight would have generated more money in the UK.
One-sided money, bro. One-sided money. With both of them being champions, I think you have to give them opportunity to bring their fans in.
That's a good point.
For their own pull.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Jose Ramirez don't do no numbers outside of his home state. It's kind of like you know, when Crawford fight in Omaha, you know the joint gonna be packed. Well, Jose Ramirez, when he fights in his home state, is packed. Outside of that, though, he's just a guy.
But you know what, bro? What Blunt is saying is true, is because you can gamble on Scottish fans flying out to America for that fight. You can gamble on that. They will fly out to America for that fight.
If it wasn't COVID, I would agree with you 100%.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
I'm about to drop a gem on you. Vegas is a lot more open than y'all think it is. So I got folks in Vegas, and I'm telling you, Vegas is not as closed. Nevada as a state is not as closed as we thinking. Well, Texas is wide open now. Nevada sort of always been wide open. It's just the fight promoters don't want to.
Bob Arum don't operate like that, though. I'm not saying that you're wrong, but Bob Arum doesn't operate like that.
Let me say this. But if Bob Arum wants to put his fight on in a casino in Vegas, the doors are going to have to be open to a certain extent. Just because Vegas and the casino owners are going to want it that way.
Yeah, but he hasn't done that yet. But he hasn't done that yet, though. He hasn't had one fight outside of the bubble.
This fight, it will be outside of the bubble. That's why fans will be allowed, and it'll do a certain more anticipated number. The numbers that are anticipated by Bob and them, probably cool for him to accept it. But when he gets the final tally, he's going to be happy.
But what's the capacity, though, Blunt? What's the capacity going to be?
Right now, what I'm understanding at little events, we talking 35 to 5,000 small. It's still small. So for a fight like that, probably what? 2,000 people? At what price though? You feel what I'm saying? So then still more people in town. You got closed circuit.
But the thing is, one-sided money in the UK is going to equal out to more money than that because of COVID.
Nah, I doubt it, bro. I doubt it, bro.
It definitely would, bro.
Hold up, bro. So you're saying, so you're saying the UK is wide open. So just everybody can come in and sit down, buy a ticket, everybody shoulder to shoulder.
In May they can.
It's open like that?
In May they can.
Yeah. In May they can.
Yeah.
In fact, that would be
without making an argument.
And also, bro.
And I'm about to tell y'all, bro, this fight, bro, we got two of the biggest states open in the country. Texas, California, and a couple of us there. Colorado is back open again. So once you get the major states opening, everybody else gonna start opening again. It's just that simple.
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? Does this will answer the question easy. Does that sell 50,000 seats in America?
No.
It sells 50,000 in Scotland. Every day and twice on a Sunday. Every day and twice on a Sunday.
Their fight doesn't.
Let me ask you a question though, bro. If you're a champ and you're not worried about money wise, I'm trying to get you to think of the fight from Jose Ramirez point of view. Would that matter? That 50,000 people going to be in a Scotland state? Exactly.
Blunt, you're 100%.
So
right.
I think
you're 100% right.
Yeah, so I think that takes. Right. I think taking away the potential money to make is taking it out of the fairness of both of them guys being double champs.
Blunt, you're right. You're right. The question, I agree with you, and I feel like it's right that he done it in America. My original question was, do you feel like it generated more money? I agree with you though. It definitely is fair. It definitely is fair, and I understand the one-sided. I understand that. I was just asking a question. That's all I was asking. But I agree.
Yeah. I mean, but again, only way I think your question is kind of invalid is because they're both double champs. Now, if it was just Ramirez being a champ, having to go over there to make a bag, he probably would have to do that. But because both of them guys are double strap holders, you kind of got to put it in a neutral sort of setting. But again, my dude, Taylor has a following here in America. We have a big Irish base in this country. So the numbers are going to be decent on that ESPN Plus. Seriously decent, bro. And I think I just heard them talking about going up to about $10 a month.
If I was them, I would wait a month until England can fly out to America, because you get a lot of traveling fans.
Yeah, I mean, to give somebody a home court advantage in a unification fight is a bit much. So I understand the Vegas thing for sure. I mean, if they had to, I would move it to Texas just to maximize the dollar, me personally. But I would actually go out to Vegas for that fight, to be honest with you. I would travel out.
Who do you guys see?
I think you wrong with the Texas thing. Just a quick one. You wrong on the Texas thing. Just because they open, that still gives Ramirez a slight advantage home field because of the fan base, bro. You know what I'm saying? Texas is a big Mexican community.
He has an advantage regardless. States. I say he has an advantage regardless because he in the States. Josh Taylor's the one outside.
Bro, that's not true. Josh Taylor has an Irish following. This country has a
bro.
Come on, bro.
Just because you, bro.
Come on, bro.
Bro,
come on, bro.
Has Josh Taylor done any numbers in the States?
In that fight, because
you're assuming,
Jeff.
Go ahead.
Jeff, I'm Jeff. We know what country we live in, right?
Yeah.
Am I correct? White versus a Mexican, I'll sell. Point blank, period. I'm just being honest, bro. I'm not being racial and on nothing like that.
No. Listen, Ramirez has done no numbers outside of his home state. Like, that's a fact. He hasn't done anything outside of his home state.
Jeff,
bro.
It's not about past numbers.
It's not about.
What you're saying is true, but what I'm trying to get you to understand is the way you market this fight and the way that you can advertise this fight, it can do numbers regardless of whether everybody in the world knows about Jose Ramirez. By the time you finish marketing this fight the proper way, everybody will know about Jose Ramirez.
But you just told me they shouldn't move it to Texas over Vegas. So that goes.
No, I said for a fairness thing. I said for a fairness thing. I said that for a fairness thing. Vegas might be the most neutral place that you can have it.
Who wins the fight?
But it's still neutral. It's still neutral.
Who wins the fight? We haven't even spoken about that.
Hold on. Before I answer that question, if it happens in Texas, it's still not a neutral fight, brother. It's not a neutral fight.
So you're telling me Ramirez?
Where's Ramirez?
It doesn't matter where you're from when you have.
No, it does matter for this question. It does matter. Shane, where's Ramirez from? Please?
No,
where's he from?
He's from Mexico or America.
He's from America. What state is he from?
Texas, I think.
No, he's not from Texas.
You're not from Texas.
That's my point. He's not from Texas.
He's from Milwaukee somewhere, bro.
I don't know where he's from.
He's from somewhere where Mexicans are not normally from in this country. What I'm about to.
Isn't he from your state?
That's what I'm about. That's what you're not listening to me. I'm from here, bro. I live here,
bro. Where is Josh Taylor? Where's Josh Taylor from?
Scotland.
He's from Scotland, right?
Yeah.
So what's happening in the States, correct?
Yeah.
Any place in the States outside of Ramirez's hometown is a neutral spot. It's a neutral spot.
When it comes to the.
Am I lying?
No, bro, you're not, bro. When it comes to the state of Texas, it's not. The state of Texas numbers are Latin.
He's not.
I'm just trying to tell you, Bro, it don't matter. Bro, when
but he said what he's trying to say is if there's a high Latino following, but there's a high Latino following in Vegas as well. But there's a high Latino following in Vegas.
Not when it comes to fights. Not when it comes to that. Okay, we got a fighter in Vegas. We gonna go to Vegas and not that. When it comes to
why does Canelo always go to Vegas?
No, he fight
because
well, that's just the cash cow gonna go to Vegas because of the gate money and other stuff.
They're trying to make this fight a cash cow fight and do it in a neutral setting. You don't want to go to a fight, and if you got fans in the setting, and they should have done that fight.
Texas. They should have done that fight in New York. That's when they should have done that fight. New York or New Jersey.
Then you might as well have said Canada, bro. You might as well say go do it in Canada.
But New York is neutral, isn't it?
Yeah, like when it comes to the fight fan like that, bro. It's not heavy Mexican out there. They'll do more numbers in Vegas. It's in the right spot, bro. That's the only way we can finish this one off because we ain't going to agree on every topic.
Cool. Who's going to win the fight? Who's going to win the fight? Who's going to win the fight? That's all I want to know.
I like Taylor. In the fight.
Blunt?
I like Ramirez. Why?
Y'all want to hear why from both of you guys.
You want to go first, Blunt?
I like Ramirez volume. I like the way he picks his punches. I think he's just more aggressive fighter than Josh Taylor is. Josh Taylor is more of a boxer, but in a position in this that what's on the line, I think the dog is going to be the one that takes it. And I think Ramirez just got a little bit more dog in him than Josh Taylor.
I used to believe that, but after I saw him against Victor Posto, I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think
you're going to use Victor Posto as an example of who has dog in him.
Well,
no, I just remember seeing the Victor Posto fight, and I remember thinking, I just thought he lost the fight, and I just didn't feel like he was as active as people think he normally is.
I think you're not going to beat Josh Taylor with just dog. So with me saying that, I don't think Jose Ramirez got enough tools in the toolbox outside of him just having the dog in him. It's going to take more than dog to beat Josh Taylor. Actually, Regis Prograis had dog in him. They ain't get him the dub.
And he won that fight, though. I believe he won that fight.
Yeah, I think it was a tight fight. It was definitely a tight fight. But it took more than dog for Regis Prograis to get him where he was in that fight. Correct?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So I don't think Jose Ramirez would do no better than Regis Prograis did. I think Josh Taylor would actually do better in this fight than he did in the Prograis fight. But this the
only difference is where I would have to subscribe to what Blunt is saying is a lot of the rounds, especially the mid to late rounds like 8, 9, 10, a lot of those rounds Regis lost because he wasn't as active as Taylor. Because let's keep it real, Regis was definitely the cleaner fighter. He was definitely
was a cleaner fighter.
Cleaner work. But Taylor was just hitting him with so much shots. And that's why he ended up getting a nod on the card. Whereas I feel like, and that's why at first I thought Ramirez was gonna win because Ramirez is so much more active. And when I saw, was it when Josh Taylor fought Baranchik? Was it Baranchik that he fought?
Yeah.
I saw how easy it was for you to close the distance and trade on the inside. Right. So I thought like, that's gonna be a big thing for Ramirez. And the way he walked down Maurice Hooker, I feel like Ramirez is gonna have a good shot. But when I saw him against Postal, I just thought he just looked quite lethargic in that fight.
Let me add this real quick. I agree with what Blunt is saying in terms of Jose Ramirez having dog in him. And he has more dog than Josh Taylor in a sense. The reason I think Josh Taylor is going to win the fight is how does Josh Taylor handle that dog late? And can he fight clean late? The Prograis fight showed me that he can fight clean late, which I think is going to be the reason why it carries him through. But I can subscribe to what Blunt is saying in terms of Ramirez. If Ramirez wins this fight by just outworking Josh Taylor and sprinkling in some boxing, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised either way. But I think this is a very close to a 50-50 fight. This is going to be a real good unification fight, because not all unification fights are close to 50-50.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So
this is going to be the best one in the past few years for sure.
Yeah, this is going to be a real good one.
Heads and tails over Charlo, the Banana Kid, you know, the boy, the Latin boy.
Yeah, he was a 10-1 dog.
Rosario. Yeah, it's going to be better, even on paper.
I think, but that wasn't really undisputed. That was unification. I feel like in terms of undisputed, I feel like well, you had what Teofimo Loma, that was undisputed,
right?
Usyk Gassiev, that was one-sided, and then you had who else was there? Terence Crawford and Indongo, that was one-sided. Yeah, so to be fair, it's probably going to be the most 50-50 fight.
Yeah, out of all the unifications, yeah. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. Derek,
let's put this on record. Mm-hmm. Put this on record. We got a 50-50. We got a $2 bet. Y'all got your boy Taylor. I got Ramirez.
I didn't bet anyone.
It's a friendly $2 bet, man. Stop crying. You said Taylor, so roll with
what
the shit.
What happened to the cheesesteaks?
Put $2 on it.
Listen, $2 in a cheesesteak, man. $2 in a cheesesteak. And we'll make it do what it do. Derek Wilkes, what's going on, good brother? He said Tank to 140 to fight Barrios. Why not fight Regis at 140? Tank don't want them problems at 140. He don't want Regis at 140. He would lose that fight. I
don't know.
Tank could come up 2 weight classes and beat Regis Prograis right now.
He must be smoking. Regis is too good defensively to get knocked out by
Regis.
It won't. I'm gonna put it to you like this: the best way I could answer that is it won't be that easy for Regis. That's the only way I can say that.
No, not at all.
Not at all. Gonna win. It won't be easy. And I ain't gonna say Tank gonna lose. It just won't be easy.
No, it won't be easy. It won't be easy.
We can agree on that. Won't be easy. Blaze Philly 215. Nobody has ever knocked out Gamboa. Let's be real. He's only been stopped, not KO'd. That's true.
Yeah. I mean,
that's true.
Crawford stopped him. He didn't knock him out cold. He stopped him.
Yeah. A Blaze Philly 215. Since I'm on the payroll, I'm gonna throw this at you real quick. Gamboa ain't had no Achilles issues in none of those fights neither. So take that with you.
Look at it. He's gonna hold on to that Achilles.
Yeah, hold on to that.
He ain't gonna let that Achilles go.
You know what I'm saying? Hold on to that. Had to take a shot at my guy, but Main 213, you're exactly right, BFV. It does affect your power with those fluctuations, but this will hurt Tank. Mark my words, his power is like Tyson's. Must have the speed. I agree with that. If your speed is not as
okay.
I agree.
And Shane did tap into that. That's
Shane tapped into that
too. So
that's
y'all right.
Yeah, I agree with that, because if he's not as fast, then the way he contorts his punches, you know what I mean? Yeah,
that's why I say pound for pound, the hardest puncher in the sport is actually Beterbiev, because he actually doesn't even he doesn't actually need speed to land power shots. He doesn't even need this.
I ain't seen nobody with Beterbiev type power. His power is unreal, man. Like, that shit's crazy.
You seen it live, so you probably heard it live as well.
Yeah, you could hear his shots. That was crazy. Fierce Tank is at 130 because he's starving, and Fierce, we will see lethargic Tank at 140.
That's possible.
It's possible. And on top of that, the way Tank is, I can make the claim Tank is going to be countdown to see if he make 140.
I was gonna say that as well. He might not make 140.
I disagree with both of y'all. I disagree with all three of y'all, because when you struggle to make the lower weights and you get a cushion like that, man, you might be in your zone. That 10 less.
It wasn't like that for 135. It wasn't
hold on, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
He missed weight for Gamboa.
Bro, he had to come in 2.5 hours later just to make 135, and he had a 5-pound cushion.
That's what I said. What we talking about, you're talking about cutting more weight. I'm talking about cutting less weight and getting a cushion from his mental position.
What we talking about, brother? When he went from he fought Gamboa, bro, when he fought Gamboa, right? He was going from his previous fight was at 130. Am I correct?
Yeah.
He had a 5-pound cushion and he still came in heavy.
Bro,
I'm feeding into your point. I'm feeding into your point.
No, I'm about to defend my point against you. You're talking about still a lower weight class. 130, 135 is a big difference from 140 when you're coming all the way down from 175. Whatever he's walking around at, 180, whatever he's walking around at, that 5 to 10 pounds less that you have to cut off is the cushion.
Bro, he's gonna be a fat kid.
I get you.
He's gonna be a fat kid.
I get you. Y'all got. I'll bow down on this one.
Would you put your check on it? He makes 140 comfortable. You put your check on that?
A week's check. A week's check. No, I ain't gonna lie, bro. A week's check, I bet on that. If they had a prop bet in Vegas for him to make 140 in his next fight on time, no issues, I bet on that.
At first weigh-in, not second weigh-in, not 2 hours after that first weigh-in.
Yes, I bet on that first weigh-in. I bet on that first weigh-in because I think this one got him right. The one he got back down to 130 got him right. So now it's like, okay, I know how to do it.
You want to know why he got right, bro? Because he had a big ass fine waiting for him.
I was gonna say that he had a big penalty.
He had a big ass fine waiting for him if he didn't get right. Remember when Chavez Jr. made weight and he had $1 million? He had $1 million fine if he didn't make weight.
Do you remember when Danny Jacobs paid the one? Was it 1.5 million for the Canelo fight? And then he came in fighting so trash.
Yo, he's a goddamn fool, yo. Yo, he gave up 1.5 million.
He paid the fine and still
and fought like trash. It fought like.
I mean, he had effort. He had a little bit of effort, and then it faded real fast. I mean, he had moments in that Canelo fight, but it faded. I agree with y'all. Why pay that if you're not gonna go in there and put the foot down? I agree with y'all on that one. I think he.
Bro,
my final point on taking is 140.
Mm-hmm.
I just think it's a more comfortable weight for him. When you're sort of thick and chunky, you know what I mean? I think he'll be comfortable and it'll show in the fight game, bro. It'll show. Because as you get older and more comfortable,
the one good thing I would say is I'm glad that they got him out already. That's what I would say. Because this guy's fighting once a year and that's not good for his career. He fought in December and he's gonna fight again in
I mean, hopefully they said the summertime, bro. So hopefully it's not just one fight a year. Hopefully we get to see him again in the fall because they said May, June for this fight, which is smart because we should be wide open by then.
If we see him in June, we can see him in December.
Yeah, that's why I said November. As long as we see him in the fall, early.
He should be fighting in the summertime anyway, because it's easier to lose weight. I ain't even being funny.
I was thinking the same shit. I was thinking the same shit, bro.
That's a fact. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Mang 213, because his amazing power and questionable stamina is tied to his incredible speed, fellas. No, we in agreement with that. We in agreement with that.
Yes, facts.
For sure. How does he have weight fluctuation issues when you're talking about 5 pounds? Tank just is horrible with discipline. I love the dude, but facts are facts. I ain't got a problem with that statement.
What I'm gonna do is bow down to Maine because he's in that area. He kind of knows the mentality of the dudes that's out that way. So If you feel like he undisciplined, I gotta give you the nod on that. You know what I mean? That's your region to do.
I'm not from that area, but he's had 5 different weigh-ins where he done had issues. We ain't gotta be in the area to know that shit, man. He walk around.
I mean, just
Blunt.
No, when I say that, I mean as though maybe them guys are just hard-headed guys. They real undisciplined guys. You might know that. Just like guys from Philly, we're not smart when it comes to boxing because we get into fucking fights when we should be boxing. That the Ivan Robinsons and the Bird. So it's a certain range of guys that have a certain mentality. That's what I meant by that.
And the Jesse Harts.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying.
Tank got 2 different sections in his closet, yo. He got the section in his closet when he making weight, and then he got the section when he not fighting. Yo, he wears an extra large when he's not fighting. Yo, he wears like a medium when he.
Bro, I saw the other day. I saw the other day. This guy was wearing like pants in the video. Like he was wearing underpants in the video, just dancing in his kitchen. Did you see that?
Yeah, man. Tank crazy, man, but he's one of them unique talents, man. He's one of the most unique physical talents we have in our sport, man. Like I definitely won't take that away from him for sure. Mang said he took 12 rounds to get rid of an old man at 135.
Let's not go down this road.
130-pound volume puncher. Yeah, we done beat that to the ground. Broner is the perfect example. Will Stokes said, Jeff, I gotta disagree. So are you saying any other place in Scotland other than Edinburgh is a neutral location for the fight?
Can I answer that one?
Go ahead.
Just to give you a recap, Edinburgh is the capital of Scotland. But the difference is Scotland is it's the size of my thumb in comparison to America. And in Scotland, what he's trying to say is because Ramirez is so big in his hometown, anywhere else is neutral. But the difference in Scotland is Scottish people back Scottish people. In America, Philly people back Philly, New York people back New York. It's not as a country. They're not.
Yeah, it's not. No, it's not the same exactly. That's why I wasn't even going to really go there as far as Will. But I understand what you're saying, though. It's just the dynamics in the States is a little different than
guys don't even back. If you're from New York, they won't even back you if you're from Jersey.
Some people in New York don't back people in their own state.
Let me tap into that a little bit too, because as far as Taylor is concerned, it's not going to matter over here that he's technically Scottish, not Irish. That sort of fade between the two of those groups is the fact that he on the Caucasian side, motherfuckers gonna be like, yo, go whoop his ass. Like, so I don't think that's gonna matter. Like, that's a real hardcore question from Will on that one. Like, you know what I mean? He was
either way, like British people back British fighters. I don't care. Like they back.
Yeah, you're right.
They back British fighters. It doesn't make a difference.
But
if you're from England,
in Taylor's,
go on. Go ahead.
In Taylor's situation, standing here in America, him being Scottish won't matter to somebody Irish. You understand what I'm saying? Definitely. In this country, it won't.
Definitely not.
Will is a little off with that question. He got real deep with the Edinburgh and the city thing. Like that, you're right. When Scotland's an island, so it's too fucking small.
I'm glad Shane was in the live because I'd have had to look up Edinburgh. I'd have had to look that shit up because I'd have been
basically that city though is literally probably one of the. It's like there's no city in America that can compare to that city. The reason why I say that is because the fanfare of Edinburgh and their sports, it is ridiculous, bro. Like we have a football game between the two teams in Edinburgh. It's literally like a national holiday. It's literally like a national holiday. That if Josh Taylor was to fight in that stadium, they would sell out in like 5 seconds. I guarantee.
It's crazy.
It's ridiculous.
That's crazy.
You can't have that home field advantage like that.
Exactly. Spence top Canelo's numbers. Stop with the BS, bro. I don't know what he talking about with that. Did I say
He's talking
anything
about the
about
pay-per-view
Canelo?
numbers.
Yeah, but I mean, we
was talking
about
about pay-per-view numbers earlier.
It doesn't really make a difference, main, because the difference is he's not getting 365 million from the zone. It doesn't really matter how much numbers you're doing. If you ain't getting the same amount of money, it don't mean anything, does it?
D Hodges,
Oh,
D Hodges in the building. D Hodges, what's going on, good brother? Said Beterbiev is a freak of nature. That is a fact. Who was better, 160 Tony or 200 plus Tony? 160.
160. 160. That's not even a hard question to answer.
Blunt, you wanna confirm that, brother?
No, I mean, we know that. Come on now, even Meg know that.
Yeah, I felt
Tony
like
wasn't no slouch as an older guy.
That was one of the questions. I mean,
he wasn't no
to make sure somebody's still paying attention.
Yeah. Like he seen I was in here sipping that Bombay. He was worried about if I was drunk. No, I'm not drunk, man.
Right.
Yeah, we sipping Bombay, real Bombay. We ain't sipping no cheap shit, baby. What was the last topic,
Jeff, or was that?
No, that was we done hit all three. Just to wrap this up, we done cook.
I did have a question.
Yes, sir.
Can I ask my VP something? I know you're the VP of operations, and I had asked Jeff this earlier. He also reached out. I believe who did he reach out to, Jeff, on this question? I'm not sure, but I'll let you remind us of that.
What's the question?
Why was I'm gonna ask you and refresh your memory right now.
Yeah. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
I am Shane. Number one, my guy, writer extraordinaire. Tell me why that Adrian Broner fight was 12 rounds.
What fight?
The Adrian Broner fight. Tell me why that was 12 rounds.
Adrian Broner versus Santiago.
Yes.
He stumped me with that one, bro. I didn't know.
Bro, I have no idea.
That's a great fucking question, yo. It's a great question.
I tell people this all the time. BoxingFirst Vlog, we look at boxing from different angles. And that's something that always bothered me for the past couple of weeks. Because you talk about a guy that came up almost 2 weight divisions to fight at 147. So what position did he find himself in that he gets a 12-round fight?
That's a.
I was just confused.
Let me look up something. Go ahead,
I assume it was because it was a headline or something. I assume that it's because it was a headline.
Oh, you can't just make a 12-round fight because it's a headliner. 12-round fights is championship rounds, bro. Like what the? It's not elimination.
Bro, I've been
wanting to ask the hardcores that for so long.
I'm trying to make sense of nonsense, innit? So I'm trying to make sense.
So we got 2 questions that we got to post on social media.
Slavan's in the building as well.
Yo, what's going on, family? Big shout out to you, good brother. I just looked it up. Yeah, there was no minor belt on the line for Broner and Santiago neither. So that's a great question.
No position. It wasn't a 147 top 10 positional fight. Like, so I was remember just confused. Something I wondered for weeks, bro.
It was at catchweight. So
no, it wasn't
it was a catch weight that ended up being
I hear you, Shane. I hear you. Yeah. It was a catchweight to a whole different weight class. I got you. Yeah.
I don't get that. That's very true. I don't understand that.
Yo, listen. Hey, Shane, let me tell you something. When Blunt hit me up earlier today, right? He asked me that question. You know how in the cartoons, when you don't know something, all the fucking question marks come up and roll around your head and shit.
Yeah.
That's exactly how it was. I was like, you know what, bro? I said, I don't fucking know why that joint go around.
Bro, could you imagine if you asked that question when you were high? That would be ridiculous.
Man, bro.
bro, I've been in here losing sleep over that, bro. Literally, like just up at 3 o'clock in the morning, like, why the fuck would Broner in a 12-round fight? I mean, you having trouble anyway with your gas
I feel like I know why.
So,
I know why.
Why?
I definitely know why. Because if it was a 10-rounder, it would be ridiculously hard to give Broner the win. He definitely didn't win over 10 rounds, bro.
Hold on.
He definitely didn't win over 10 rounds.
Can I address that real quick, bro?
Go ahead.
Listen, the same thing happened in the Adrian Granados fight. All right, so let me rewind. So that fight was supposed to be at 140. They said Broner got quote unquote sick, right? And they moved the fight all the way to 147. Not only did they move the fight to 147, they moved the fight down from 12 rounds to 10.
Wow.
And that's a fact.
Yeah, I don't know.
I really don't know.
Man, and you gotta read the fine print. Bro, when you do an Adrian Broner contract as an opponent, you better read the fine print, bro, because there's some advantages being written in for this guy. I think they did it to give him an advantage because he's been the distance more. He's more used to being a heavier fighter, and I think that was it.
I just think he wasn't going to make the weight. I just think he wasn't going to make the weight, and they was just like, "Yo, let's move it to 147, or you gonna get replaced."
But then why make
it
it
12 rounds? That don't explain the 12 rounds to me. I think they made it 12 rounds for him, for his personal advantage.
Yo, you know who we need to get on the show, yo, to answer that question? We need to get
Adrian Broner.
Broner ain't gonna fucking Broner. Broner knows he don't like
honestly.
He's not gonna answer none of your questions.
Bro, I respect that.
You gotta get
I ain't gonna lie, bro. He's a little bro. Bro, let me clear the air with AB in case he hears this. Bro, I respect you. I really do respect you because you're a little bro to me. But a lot of the things you do outside the ring don't represent us well. And while you was in that 12-round fight, I need you to jump on G5 and talk to us about it, bro. This is the team. Come talk to the team about it, bro. That's just my shout out.
Bro, listen, I appreciate that 100%, but I think Broner will give us a bullshit answer. I'm just gonna keep it all the way at bean.
Bro, AB will probably come on this show and he will literally ridicule us because we all thought AB lost. So
that's why I don't, bro. That's why I don't want him on. That's why I don't want him on for that question. That's
bro,
why I said,
I'm gonna be honest with you, Shane. I was trying to give him the draw, and Jeff ended up telling me you're scoring it wrong in your own mind, bro. I was like, damn, am I? I fucking was. So he actually lost the fight.
Hey Shane, let me tell you the conversation me and this dude had earlier today. Right? So after he hits me
one second, Jeff. Sorry. I've never heard in my life someone say they were watching it and they were trying to give a draw. They didn't not even like you trying to give a win.
Bro,
trying
when
to give the draw blood.
Bro, when I tell this story though, it makes it even funnier, yo. Like, first of all, when he hit me with the 12-round question, I was already lost. I was like, you know what? That's a good fucking question. I was like, I don't know why. And then on top of that, he was like, yo, I think Broner won the fight. And then his next comment was like, I gave him 5 rounds. I said, wait a minute. I said, brother, how you give him 5 rounds and he won the fight? And it was a point deduction.
No, not one, Jeff. I thought it was a draw. I said draw. Yeah, Jeff,
he said
I said draw.
And I was like, bro, I said, with the point deduction, it's 114, 113 Santiago. He's like, oh, yeah, that means Santiago did win the fight. Yo, we was in here cracking up.
I was trying to give him the draw because of the point deduction, bro, which was the funniest fucking shit ever. Like,
that was crazy.
I'm looking for a way to, bro, that shit was hilarious. This man, being the excellent analyst that he is, he was like, yo, bro, you off because you're giving the fight to the other. Oh, you goddamn right, because he actually won the fucking fight. So, and they took a point from the motherfucker, and he still won the fight.
Right. But Mang said, "Great talk, fellas. We gonna close it out there, man. We've been cooking for damn near 3 hours, man. But Boxing First Vlog, give them your social media and all that good stuff, good brother."
Man, it's the general. I'm all over the place. IG, TikTok, Twitter, obviously YouTube, and you can see the numbers is moving. I appreciate all my new supporters and everybody that's gonna come through, man. We here for y'all. You know, the love of boxing, the love of the sport. And I'm all over the place. BoxingFirst Vlog.
Y'all see his link down the bottom. Definitely go subscribe to him. Shane, give him your social media, bro.
I_am Shane the #1. Blunt, when are you gonna get us on your channel?
Yeah, brother. Can we get an invite to your channel?
Okay, bro. Let's set something up for Monday. We'll do the live on my link.
Yeah, that'd be dope, man. It'd be dope.
That's what's up.
We gotta set up your StreamYard and all that.
Okay, we can do that over the weekend, bro. You know I'll be around and shit, man. I'm gonna go shooting with the homies and shit this weekend, but I'll be around to do the StreamYard with you so we can be ready to go for Monday.
We'll have
just pick the topics. Pick the topics, Blunt.
For what?
Man,
for Monday.
We're gonna have obviously, you know, we do our thing on Monday. We do our Monday rehash. Let's talk about the Carissa Shields. What happened with that?
That's Mrs. G5.
Hey, Miss Lady. Hey, Miss G5. I'll have Mrs. Vlog on my next one probably.
Like ketchup. What you eat?
Oh, McDonald's.
Oh, she had McDonald's. See, my nose don't miss a thing, yo. She can't.
Blunt, you say Blunt, you're gonna have your wife in the background as well.
Huh?
Blunt said he's gonna have his wife in the background as well.
I don't know. See, if you fuck with me on IG, my personal situation is what it is. You know, I don't lie about nothing. My old girl is my new girl, so it's like my ex-wife is. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean. You know what it is.
Come here. Say
I
hi.
hear you.
You want to say hi to the people? Hey, Jory, come here real quick. I'm going to say hi to the folks. You want to say hi to the people? Say hi to my little big man.
They being shy in the background.
Yeah, they being shy.
Is he into boxing? Jeff, is he not into boxing?
I got to school him, man. He ain't into boxing. He into video games and stuff.
He from Delaware.
Yeah.
Jeff, get him a boxing game, and then he might get into boxing that way.
Yeah, he might. Yeah, because he be hustling me for games for sure. I'm gonna definitely do that, man. But go follow my bro BoxingFirst Vlog, man, on YouTube, all the social medias, TikTok, and all that. The VP, go follow him on Instagram. I_am Shane1, and follow your boy G5FTV on YouTube, G5FTV on Facebook and Twitter, Box with G5FTV on Instagram. We got a lot of great things coming. When people are willing to sit with you for damn near 3 hours and talk about the sport, you know what I mean? It definitely shows that we got
within the next. Oh yeah, tomorrow you got the Tony Yoka fight. Tony Yoka fight.
Mm-hmm.
But next week we will have at least one guest, maybe two guests.
Yeah, we definitely gonna have one guest, possibly two. And
yeah, I still got things lined up with the boy Emmanuel Rodriguez. Hopefully I can still get him that link and he'll slide in and talk to us real quick.
But the thing is,
keeping cracking just posted, but I was like, why didn't you message in the live? You should have posted in the live. If you've been watching, post or comment.
Yeah.
Well, with him, bro, he's a young up and coming dude, so he got a work schedule. So it's like he need this sort of thing kind of schedule. You know what I mean? That's why I was like, with him, I set it up for Monday. So since we're going to do it on my channel,
yeah, we got to set it up. But hold on. Keeping it cracking. I've never seen Keeping It Cracking before.
Me neither.
Keeping It Cracking said, great live, enjoyed it. Keeping It Cracking, we need for you to subscribe and to follow us on Instagram and all that. Because I'm like, you can get on the show. You can get on the show.
Exactly. You don't need to literally just watch it and don't comment. Like,
you don't have to, you don't have to just, I'm telling you. But I already know what's going on. I already know what's going on because of who's laughing in the background. I already know what's going on. But it's all
what's going
on? That's his people's.
Oh, seriously?
That's his people's. That's why I started laughing. I'm like, that's his people's.
That's how much she loved me, nigga. That's how much she loved me, nigga, because she just sat here and listened to us bump our gums about boxing for 3 fucking hours, nigga. No, that's love, nigga.
That is love. I need a woman to love me like that. That's love.
And shit. My wife came in on the camera smelling like ketchup and shit, man. So You know, it's
It's 220 right now in the UK. So I'm a bounce.
But listen, but on behalf of Boxing First Vlog, the General VP Shane, G5 Jeff TV, we are out.